Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live, and this time with actual cameras and audio.
For reals this time.
Hey, most professional broadcasts this side of the Columbia.
I'm bringing up the.
Alright, I'll do the intro
You do the intro.
without my glasses. So, welcome to another episode of Northwest Brewmeisters. I'm Jamie.
I'm Steve.
Okay, you. And we are just a couple of guys from the Pacific Northwest who like beer.
Think you should too.
All right, and today we are brewing IPAs.
So, if you're wondering why I'm fiddling with my phone at the start of the broadcast, we didn't get our recipe printouts.
Yeah, Ben.
from our
Ben.
supplier guy.
If you're watching this, Ben.
And so we're having to go on their website to bring up the recipe because we're not quite sure when the hops and stuff go in.
That's the most important part. I mean, most recipes are very similar. Half an hour steep, add everything, get it to a boil, yada yada.
There we go. All right, I have everything ready. Nope. Yeah, here we go. All right, today's brew is brought to you by Summer Haze.
Summer Haze? Excellent.
That's the name of the beer. Summer
Read
Haze.
on, Steve, and say hi to Chase. Hi, Chase. See
Hi,
ya.
Chase. We're making Summer Haze. We're both making the same beer this time. This is one of the kits that our Brewers Supply guys put together themselves. It's their summer seasonal. I've made this before. I remember I liked it. I can't remember the details about it because it was a year ago, but
it was good.
It was good. I remember liking it. So when I saw
their beers are good.
So when I saw that they were doing it again this year, I was like, yes, that's the kit I'm going to do on my next beer. So this one was a white IPA. Says what happens when hoppy and fruity get together? Delicious combination and refreshing qualities of wit with the hop forward attitude from an IPA. So it's kind of like a wit beer style IPA, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Original gravity 1.058, final gravity 1.014, with an ABV of 5.7. So it'd be pretty medium strong beer, I'd say, And then IBU of 50. So it's gonna have a slight kick to it, I think. Our steeping grains are a half pound of Breeze flaked wheat, quarter pound of Wireman melanoid malt, and a quarter pound of Wireman acidulated malt. Extracts are 6.6 pounds of wheat liquid malt and 1 pound of wheat dry malt. Hops are 1 ounce Chinook at 60, 1 ounce of Nectaron, and Emerald and Citra all at the 0 minute. So at the very end of the boil. So it's going to get maximum hop aroma off of those hops by putting them at the very end of the boil. And spices, half ounce of bitter orange peel will go in within I can't talk today. Remaining 5 minutes of the boil. Yeast is Y yeast 3944, which I don't know the name of that one, and we're not using bottling primer, so. Same instructions are the same. We're gonna steep our grains for 30 minutes at about 150 to 160 degrees, water, and then boil for an hour, and go from there and put our hops in. So if you've seen us do this before, process is the same. I don't see any special instructions for like during racking or anything like that. Sometimes there might be additional instructions for when you rack the beer, but I don't see anything in this case. All right, yeah. So this will be a pretty cut and dry brew. You should get your fire going.
I'm working on it. So that was a really good read through. I think you got it. Just in case, do it all good. I wasn't listening.
Are you serious right now?
I'm dead serious, but we'll read it as we go. The first one, I was sharing. You didn't catch the Lego movie reference, did you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Wait, you have kids.
Oh.
So in the Lego movie, the main character, there's some sort of, the female main character is doing this long speech about what's going on and this, that, and the other, and the main character is really taken with her because she's supposed to be all gorgeous and stuff. And she gets done speaking, and of course she had faded out, and he's just like looking at her and stuff. And he's like, "All right, I got all of that, but just in case, say it all again. I wasn't listening." So that was a joke more than anything. And no, I didn't catch all of it. I am gonna have to read the recipe, but we can go to the recipe.
Right.
I mean, the first part is pretty simple. I caught that part. First part is standard.
It's all standard, yeah. The only thing that's kind of out of the ordinary is put the orange peel in. We don't normally use that. And that goes in at 5 minutes remaining on the boil. And they included a muslin sock for us. So
Nice.
it'd be nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, my since it took too long to wash my equipment last time, got a little mold on some areas.
A little crusty.
A little crusty, and I can't get this piece off. It's down the bottom of my
Oh no.
of my little brew
That's it.
hops mesh thing. So I boiled it actually to see if I can get it to flake off, and there's just one little piece that just won't come off. I can't. It's right in the spot where I can't get my hand in there. I can't get anything in there.
Oh man.
Like, are you
that
serious?
sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it'll be fine though.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, I boiled it. It's in the solution now with the the star sand. So maybe the acid will eat it away. So yeah, lesson to all potential brewers out there. If you're aspiring to become a brewer, cleanup is important. After you get done.
Soon after you get done.
Soon after you get done, because if you neglect it, then your equipment can. So,
It's just
yeah,
hard.
I can't finish the sentence because it's embarrassing. This is like your equipment will suffer, and it creates more work for you later. What's that?
I need to move forward closer to everyone.
Oh, okay.
I just keep bonking your shelf behind me.
Oh.
I took the headrest off one of the vehicles. I can't wear my hat with it. Modern vehicles suck for cowboy hats.
Yeah, I
Because-
don't think they were built with cowboys in mind. That's okay.
Well, no, that is a definite failing of the automotive industry.
Right.
I mean, particularly trucks. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
pickup truck should.
I mean, you can still have a
Should have
headrest,
room.
but it doesn't need to be this jet fighter pilot
Oh, I know.
thing.
The headrest and Brandy's Jeep, the little compass she has, I can't stand those headrests.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just like,
constantly having to move it back. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I don't like it.
All right, today's brew, which is not our own, we're drinking some Founders All Day IPA, it's also known as a session ale. So it's actually kind of a light IPA. Not
Yeah.
just called a pale ale then.
Well, an IPA can be full of flavor and still light. It's more about the hops than it is about the grain bill, right? Right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, he thinks I'm wrong.
Well, I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just not sure if it's that black and white though.
Well, it's not necessarily. You're right, but I just think the hops are because when you think of an IPA, you don't. At least I don't think of a heavy beer as much as I think of a hoppy beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hoppy beer. Definitely. IPAs are definitely both.
Right. They are heavier, obviously, but then again, to be honest, everything we drink is heavier if you compare it to like Coors or Coors Light.
Oh yeah. Or that one silver can from Aslan Brewing that was
Oh my goodness.
one step above water.
Oh my goodness.
We like you're the beer with Aslan if you ever watched, but that
Yes.
one, that silver can, I remember the name of it, but it was just so
It was
light.
classic lager.
Classic
That's what it's
lager?
called.
Okay.
Classic lager.
It was so light.
Aslan Brewery, good brewery for the most part. Don't bother with the classic lager.
Unless that's what you like, but why you might as well drink some water with food coloring in it then.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably cheaper than water now. So, as you may have noticed, if any of you are looking at the description of things, we ran out of beer. That is shameful. Now, that is
Actually,
shameful.
we do have beer.
1 pint of beer does not
I
count.
don't know. We'll try to pour it later to see what's left. I saved the rest of my keg for my neighbor who didn't make it over for 4th of July. And so he wanted to taste some, I wanted to try the homebrew. And so we haven't touched that. So there might be 2 pints now. I really don't know. All I know is I can pinky lift it. So I know it's pretty empty.
I mean, if you really, it's like technically I have beer. I have 15 gallons of beer in my house. It's just 10 of that for hunting season. I don't have any drinkable that's carbonated. It's carbonating right now.
I kegged up a beer today, a pale ale. So that's carbonating now. But it won't be ready to drink till next week.
Anyways,
Next weekend.
so while we have beer for all intents and purposes, which by that's not intensive purposes, it's intents and purposes, just for the grammar Nazis. We ran out of beer, and we are ashamed. My wife actually yelled at me. She's like, "You call yourself the Brewmeisters, and you're out of beer?" And I was like, "Shut up, let's go buy beer."
So yeah, I bought beer today for the show.
Yeah, I bought beer and I bought Coors Light because it's a memory thing. I grew up around rodeos and stuff, and that's a rodeo beer, and I don't hate it. I actually don't hate Coors Light, but it's definitely super light. But actually, so 30 pack for like $22, and Steve and I were chuckling about the fact that if you're buying Coors Light, beer is cheaper than water.
And gas.
Yeah.
Drink more beer.
Drink more beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
And there's water in beer, so
Yeah.
you're getting your water from the beer.
I'm pretty sure some nutritionists would disagree with us.
Probably.
However, I don't disagree. I drink lots of water. It's just improved water.
Definitely improved.
So you got the rundown on the beer we're making today, and by the way, I did something new. In the description, I put the link to the Northwest Brewers Supply.
Oh.
So if you are in the Pacific Northwest, click that link.
Bye.
Bye, we're running to the barn and then I'm gonna go shopping.
Okay.
Alright, love you.
Love you.
Love you too.
Click the link.
So yeah,
check
click
out
the
what they
link.
got.
I know they don't sponsor us or support us other than just being our friends and helping us out with our recipes.
They help us out a lot.
So we're just like the. If y'all are interested, you can check them out.
Check them out. And today we're doing the hot break too. The hot break came out. So read the hot break.
It did come out.
And that's one of the reasons we're doing the white IPA, because the hot break came out. It's like, oh yeah.
Right.
And I do remember it was a good beer. And it's a fast beer, which is good because did I mention we ran out of beer?
That's right. This one we're not. The way it was recommended we do this, we threw it, ferment it, and then put it right in the keg. Don't even worry about racking it or trying to clear it up or anything. Go straight in the keg. Might make us gassy. It's gonna be fun.
Cool. My wife's out of town, so I don't have to worry about it.
Okay. Talk to my wife. What I need.
Yeah, don't mind us just doing family things in the middle of
In the
this.
middle of the broadcast. We're family friendly most of the time.
Most of the time. I'm feeling better. You know, I was actually kind of cranky on my way over here. Just ended up dwelling on things that irritate me. You know, there's things in life that irritate you. Yeah.
Just kind of surface. You're just like.
Yeah. By the time I was here, I was kind of hoping that you were going to get robbed, so I could kill the person who was robbing you. Not because I don't want you to get robbed.
No, it would give you a
It
reason
just
to.
felt like doing
be
something
violent.
violent. I feel much better now, though. We're doing good.
Okay. Well,
We don't endorse, well,
sometimes we endorse violence. Sometimes it's necessary.
other people, legal violence. Legal violence, yes.
Legal violence.
You know what? If the FBI is watching, just forget the last 45 seconds of this
No,
podcast.
we don't
We didn't say
Really want to hurt people.
no. Although I will tell you, actually, the other day, our local racist came in. So there's a guy.
I know you're talking about the local racist. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this guy, I mean, so we won't dime him out because, we don't want to be too specific about things and that. But anyways, this guy, he's genuine racist. This is the guy that stood at the doorway and fist in the air. We are talking stereotypical Hollywood bad guy stuff.
Oh, geez.
And he's like, they're going to breed us out. I was like,
They took our jobs.
am I really watching this? Who directed this? Is
This
this
guy from South Park.
is this Scorsese or was it like Mel Bay? No, neither one of those guys are that way.
I can't. But that guy really said that, huh?
Straight up with the fist in the air,
Oh,
the whole thing, and the big extension. Breed us out. It's like
What an idiot.
I just couldn't believe. I mean, I know there are people that believe that they're wrong, but to say it in such a crazy stereotypical
I know,
manner.
right? Like you just get done watching a movie or something. You know?
Yes. Anyways, I don't like this guy at all.
No. I already met the guy. I'm like,
Yeah, trust me, you don't want to meet him. He's a jerk, right? And he's just stupid. I mean, it's one thing to be an intelligent racist, which I know people will be like, how can you be an intelligent racist? There are people,
they're very intelligent, but they're racist.
they have their rationale,
You know.
and it is flawed, and I disagree with it. But it goes beyond, well, they're Mexicans, right? Right? It goes beyond that. They can defend their position. I disagree with them, but they can't. But he's a stupid racist. It's like, why don't you like? Well, they're Mexicans. So, what's your point? Right? Anyways,
A lot of great food comes out of Mexico. What are you talking about?
I was really hoping. So one of my clients came in who only speaks Spanish, right? He came in the other day. I was just hoping this guy came in. But I was just feeling confrontational. And I was like, man, let that guy come in. Because I am just going to speak loud and proud in Spanish. Which, by the way, my Spanish is horrible. But it's good enough to sell car parts.
Good enough to communicate with with your customers.
Well, part of it is the customer. I mean, he's a smart guy. He's bilingual. His first language is Native American language from Mexico, right? So
Yeah,
he is.
that's right. You told me about that.
Yeah, so he is like Indian, like Native American Indian.
Right.
But from Mexico.
But from Mexico, yeah.
Right. And I was talking sidebar. Let me finish my first thing.
Right.
Anyhow, he is very patient. He's one of the few Spanish speakers that I've run into that really knows how to slow down his speech and speak creatively. And I'm sure there are other Spanish speakers out there that can do this. It's like, I've got to say what I want to say, but I've got to use other words that the person I'm talking to understands.
The green will get.
Yeah, so he jams and anyways, he makes it easier to sell parts in Spanish. Because college did not prepare me for that at all. Anyhow, I just wanted him to come in because, man, if that guy had said anything, I would have said, get the F out.
Oh, no kidding.
Except I would not have said F. I'm trying to stay family.
You would have had a very colorful metaphor there.
Yes, and I would have gone off. It's like, I don't care. You know what, you can, because tell you what, if anyone knew that he's the guy that was slamming the business, they'd be like, yeah, whatever. I mean, because he's known, he's just. Anyways, I was just ready for a fight. I'm being Frankie. I want to fight someone. Fight me.
Fight me.
But another interesting thing, and I am watching my temperature, by the way.
I didn't say anything. I was even thinking about it.
I was, because last brew day I cranked it all the way to like 175. I was like, okay, just turn the flame off. Anyhow,
we'll just have one thing less to worry about. You have to make a chair anymore because we have new chairs.
This is cool. Look at this chair. Ooh.
Sorry, I distracted you. You should continue.
It has this little slot. What is that for iPads to just sit in? What?
Probably phones or iPads or something.
I mean, this is so cool. It says don't sit on it too because people are stupid.
Right.
I mean, seriously, how can you think that 1/16 of an inch of metal
It's going to
with
support
an
you.
over-center support is going to support you?
Yeah, it's not going to support you very well.
I mean, that's not even going to support a baby. And you can put this here? Ooh, anyhow, so the thing that I was thinking about at church today was having a discussion with my friend, and we were talking about this, that, and the other, and I said, it's interesting. We were actually talking about churches and the branches of the Christian church. So you got Orthodoxy, Roman Catholicism, Protestantism, and then kind of what has branched out from there. I mean, everything's covered by Protestantism anymore, but it's gotten kind of loopy. There's some churches that are so far off the map that they should probably stop claiming to be Christian or claim whatever they are. I mean, they've just gone a different way.
More like cult or something? Or
Nah, not so much cults, more like
fanatical or
social clubs.
Oh.
They're like, we're a moral society. That's what we are. We're not really a religion. We're a moral society.
Okay.
We have these morals that we believe in, and we kind of use the Judeo-Christian tradition to build our morals. But anymore, we have things with the Judeo-Christian tradition that we disagree with, like stances on abortion, homosexuality, and stuff. And I mean, that we disagree with. We disagree with those. We think that this is the way we've evolved. Good. Call yourself a moral society.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyhow, and that's besides the point.
Maybe they claim a religion so they can get the tax break.
Yeah, probably. But what I was really meant to talk about was how it's interesting that in South America, right, Mexico, and then keep going south, there are Native American tribes that are still 100% them.
Yeah.
So for example, my client is from the Triqui tribe, Triqis or Quis, Triqui, and that's his first language.
Right.
And then his second language is Spanish. And then he moved to the United States, and he's getting better. He said hello the other day instead of hola, so that was good.
Okay.
But hey, man, I know how hard it is to learn a second language. I've been studying Spanish. Not as hard as I should have, but I've been studying Spanish for like 25 years.
I haven't been going that long. I've been studying German for, late December.
Mm-hmm. If you dedicate yourself to it, you'll make a lot more progress,
Yeah.
obviously.
So some weeks I'm just like minimal Other weeks I'm pretty heavy.
In any case, so he's living in the U.S. It would benefit him to speak English, and he is. He's learning pieces and parts.
I actually think of switching over to Spanish. To be honest with you.
Well, do you want to learn German for fun, or do you want to learn a utilitarian language? If you're going for utilitarian,
German was for fun. Utilitarian would be Spanish.
In the United States, Spanish and maybe even Chinese. I don't know. I know that's weird, but I mean, to think realistically, don't think. Don't be a bigot, Steve. Don't be a bigot. They make everything.
Manufacturing's coming back to the United States.
Well, the thing is,
and with all the associated costs as well.
China is not as strong as I think people thought it was, and I think people are seeing that.
Yeah.
So love him or hate him, Trump really blew the lid off that little open secret there. It was like, we know they're cheating. We know they're lying. And by the way, I'm not pulling a John Cena and apologizing. For one thing, I don't speak Mandarin, so I can't.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not Chinese people that.
No, of course not.
The Chinese government.
Yeah, right.
The Chinese, the communist system they have over there. And you're right. Economically they cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm like, nope, I'm not going to support China.
Intellectual stolen property. I mean,
oh yeah,
actually, is a lot closer to mugging. It's like, yes, we have 1-point-something billion people that you can collect money from, but if you want their money, you're going to give us your secrets.
Oh yeah, that's what happened with Microsoft. Microsoft actually gave China the source code to Windows, like Windows XP, because China said, well, if you don't give us the source code, we're not going to allow you to sell your product in our country.
Right, and then of course they turn around and they make it so non-competitive for any foreign countries, because it's not just the United States.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, the thing is that, so like I said, love him or hate him, Trump blew the lid off that. He just called them to their faces. And the thing is, several other countries, and I heard several news reports from NPR, which is generally a left-leaning station, so
right.
You can just take that for what it is. It's kind of like saying my black friend says, I guess. My liberal friend says, but token liberal radio station that I use to validate my opinion.
All right.
But the point being, I did hear several reports, other countries, Germany, England, they're like, we don't enjoy the fact that we are so dependent on one nation. And the thing is, it's not even being dependent on one nation. It is one nation who is culturally and governmentally and ideologically incompatible with us.
Right.
It's like, just right down the line, we don't mix. It's like you can go visit and have fun, but it's not like England and the United States. I mean, come on, back and forth across the pond, the cultural differences are actually pretty small.
Right.
It's like the whole concept of freedom of speech, which we're the only country that has that written into our founding documents. And some countries take advantage of it, like Canada. Apparently, you can get in trouble for doing the whole misgendering or whatever, refusing to call a person that believes they are not what they are by what they believe they are, right? You can actually get in trouble.
Gender affirming.
Yeah, so if I said I want you to call me she and you refuse to, apparently you can get in trouble for it.
Okay.
However, I haven't followed on that.
Right.
And the only people I've heard who said that are kind of ultra conservative. So I'll take it with a grain of salt. It could be that they watched 3 or 4 TikTok videos that said that, which I gotta tell you, we gotta ban TikTok. Not because it's Chinese, but just because it is just crap. The amount of garbage that people are believing.
I don't know who it's for. Like, who's TikTok for? I mean, or
children and stupid
what is the
people.
purpose of TikTok actually?
Because it's money
it's
for
like YouTube
parents'
Lite,
company.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even YouTube Lite, because I don't think you can search it. At least
I don't know.
I've never seen anyone be able to search it.
All I do is I see people in my family do this, and it drives me up the wall. Just sit there and their thumb, watch a couple-minute video, and then Brandy will be like, "Hey, check this out," and I'm just like, oh. I'll look at it, and some videos she wants to show me. Some of them are pretty funny though, actually.
Yeah, no lie.
Yeah.
Some of them are funny, and some people are incredibly creative. You remember Vines?
And it's not that I don't want her to show me videos, but it's just like Well, it's just the idea that TikTok is what gets me. It's like terror.
Yeah, and the problem is that people, left and right, by the way, left, right, center, people just put things out as fact.
Yeah.
It's like memes, but the problem is so I like memes. Memes are unbalanced, they are biased, they lack nuance, they lack context, and I'll throw them up on Facebook, and then it's like, look, the meme is just the match, right? And then the fire gets going, and then we have a discussion, or a flame war. One of the two. But it's what follows after you post the meme. That's what I enjoy. Memes are it's like this isn't true. It's like, no, it's not true. It's a meme.
It's a joke.
You're right. It's a joke. It lacks context. It's like kind of true, but not. It's like it has a source in something that happened, but then it just went this way. And so let's talk about the source, And
did you ever start your timer?
I did not, because I just hit 150 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you turned your heat down and was running.
I did. No, I was watching.
Okay.
All right, and that right there.
Yeah, I see that too, where just people put things out as fact, that it's just like, where'd you get that information?
And the problem with TikTok is I don't
And
know.
people buy it, they eat it up, man.
I don't have TikTok. I don't do TikTok.
I don't do it. The only thing remotely close to social media that I do is I get on YouTube. Because I can listen to music on YouTube. I can learn how to do something on YouTube. Hey, I need to fix that sink. On YouTube video on that, I learned how to rebuild. I literally learned how to rebuild my motorcycle on a YouTube video.
YouTube University.
Yeah.
I learned that my fish tank actually does have a filter. So the house that my mother-in-law bought came with a fish.
Came with a fish. That's a
Came with a fish. Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
I
one.
do have a fish. It's like a giant fish tank or something.
Oh no, it's not this thing.
Oh.
It's a very small fish tank. Well, anyways,
Just
there's lots of algae. No, we have the chickens now. The chickens grow up like, oh, what? 7 chickens? Sure.
I'll take those chickens.
I'll take those chickens.
So yeah, like algae all around there, huh?
Right. So.
Growing off of the fish poop.
Yeah, so they are. So the chickens are. Yeah, the algae was growing around it. So I was like, oh, I gotta figure out how to clean this. The guy's like, and here's how you clean the filter. And I looked at the fish tank and there's no filter. I'm like, I only see the little bubble thing. That's it. There's no heater. There's just a bubble thing. So I cleaned the fish tank anyways, as per this video that I watched, and it was cool. And he's like, do this, do not change all the water. You will kill your fish. I would have killed the fish. I really would have. It started.
Just realized the window's not open.
That's okay. Carbon monoxide is actually good for you. Okay, maybe not so much.
There we go.
Anyhow,
the garage is
so-
open, so.
So actually, the reason is I started because I was actually concerned about that. It's like, all right, so I have well water, so it doesn't have chlorine in it, and apparently that's a big one. It's like, do not, if you live in town,
Right.
do not pour a whole bunch of water in a bucket from your tap and then just dump it in your fish tank, because the chlorine will kill the fish.
Yeah, they're supposed to put some kind of additive in there.
Yeah, you can put an additive, or you can let it sit for like 48 hours, because the chlorine will evaporate out.
Yeah.
So you can do those two things, right? But so I actually had that thought in my mind. It's like, well, what about well water? And they said, if you have well water, it's probably not clear nearly as bad. They made some mention. It's like if your well is actually attached to a main urban aquifer, you still might want to do this, because apparently they chlorinate aquifers.
Oh.
How they do that, I don't know. Drill a hole and shove it down in there.
Who knows?
So, in any case, I was checking it, and this guy said, don't do this, don't do that. He's like, you are going to change some of the water, but don't change more than 30%, because that water is a biochemical soup at this point, and it has a balance. And if you change it too much, again, you might not kill the fish at this point, but the fish isn't going to necessarily be happy. They have to. It's kind of like if someone came in and just flattened your house, but didn't kill you. You're like, here you go. And it's like, I got to rebuild my whole house.
No. Ooh, excuse me.
So anyhow, I just went through all that. And this guy's like, just take a sponge, and he's also like, don't take the fish out. So just leave the fish in there. Then just go in there with your hand and clean the edges.
Clean the edges.
And so I did. And that's when I thought about the fact that there was no filter in this thing. Because I looked and it's like, I cannot see through. I think I killed the fish. I think I killed the fish because I can't see through this water now. Because all the algae that was on the glass didn't stick to the sponge. It just went into the water. However, I found out, actually I do have a filter. A little tiny, they call it a sponge filter. The water was much clearer this morning, and the fish is still alive, and so is the little shrimp that's in there.
Oh.
Never get to see the shrimp. I don't know why she put the shrimp in there, when he put the shrimp in there.
Oh.
It's like, why would you put this in there? It's never out where you can see it.
I guess they eat the What? I think they eat the algae too.
They do, but the thing
They'll
is,
keep the tank clean.
yeah, but the thing is, in order for them to do an effective job, you have to have a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things that really,
You get a
really,
fish too.
one of the things you really need to put in there is plants.
Oh, yeah.
Like Wendy doesn't have any plants in there.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of an unbalanced ecosystem. Anyhow, how did I get on that?
No idea.
All right, because we're talking about China.
China.
And fish
Somehow we got
tanks.
into fish tanks.
Yeah.
I don't know how we went into that one.
What
Viewer, help us.
Yeah, anybody remember what we were talking about? We don't have time to rewind, but you guys can. I know you can because I've watched live broadcasts. You can rewind them and then go back to live. We'll wait. I'm lying. We won't wait. What's the next topic?
You're not drinking your beer fast enough. That's the next time. I'm just kidding. Don't chug your beer, man. I'm trying to pace mine a little bit.
This stuff is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's an easy drink. It's not super hoppy, so it goes down quick. It's like light IPA, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured, I drank quite a bit yesterday, and I wasn't going to drink a heavy beer today. So.
What did you do yesterday? Oh,
Josh's graduation party.
how was the thing?
Oh, it was cool. That's fun, yeah. Actually saw some people that I didn't. Apparently, Josh and I have some mutual friends that I didn't know knew him, and so I saw some of those folks there, and met a bunch of people. It was fun.
Sweet.
I wish Brandy and the kids could have gone, but Brandy was working, so was Riley. Bailey didn't want to go because there were other kids over there. What is that?
We need to build a studio, dude.
There were other kids. He had a swimming pool going, so
It was either a dog yelling or it was a person.
It's not like a person.
I mean, not barking. You ever hear a dog yell?
No.
Yeah, sometimes they yell. It sounds like a yell. It's really interesting.
Huh, no, I never heard that. Anyway, it was a good time. I drank quite a bit of beer, and Randy and the kids came and picked me up, and did the thing where I let Riley drive my truck and I just ride. That way she has her permit, so. And they came home and went to bed.
Didn't get arrested for an RWI.
No, I didn't drink any more beer. I was just like, I didn't drink any more beer. It's time to go to bed. And then got up and took Riley to work this morning. Didn't want to get up though. Like, oh man.
I don't know, what did I do yesterday? Well, I worked for most of it. Came home. I did something. I know I did something productive. Oh, I racked a whole bunch of beer.
Okay.
So I took the Russian Imperial Stout out of the kegerator. And it's been carbonating for quite a while now.
Gotcha.
And I put the breakfast ale and the Scotch ale? Yeah, I put
Breakfast ale's gonna be your
That's what we're gonna drink.
That's
when it's ready. So that should be ready by Friday.
Okay, cool. We'll have that for when we record then.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We are recording. Yes, that's right. This Sunday.
Sunday, right?
So, yeah, next Sunday we're gonna record. We won't be broadcasting it, but because it'd just be too much of a pain in the neck to try and do that. I mean, we barely managed to broadcast and brew beer.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so it should be ready. The Imperial Stout, that's fully carved. It is going to warm up, but it's sealed in the keg, so it should be okay. It's just going to stay there.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt it.
Yeah. And then I might, I was thinking I might, as I go along with the kegs that end up out of the kegerator that are fully kegged, I'll probably just hit them with a little 10 PSI shot every so often, just to keep them up. So the Smoky Porter is in secondary, Came out not so smoky this time. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe my taste buds just weren't doing what they're supposed to do or whatever. Anyhow,
It just dawned on me
both
though.
hands in the air.
Oh,
yes.
when you said you tasted smoky porter, our tasters are still inside.
Go. I can do Jamie alone for
You do
45
Jamie alone
seconds.
for a couple seconds.
Jamie alone! I have more things to talk about too, man. There's lots of stuff to talk about today. Sitting at 158 degrees. I'm just wondering if my flame is even still on. Is the flame on? It is, barely. That's perfect. You can just sit there, just like that. Right, that's there. $20 to go. 20 minutes on the stage.
How many minutes?
20
On your steep?
on my seat.
Wow, I thought it was longer than that. I thought you'd been steeping longer than that.
I feel like that too, but no, 20 minutes and 12 seconds left. So,
Alright.
you gonna start or are you gonna give it another?
No, I'm gonna give it some more time. I want a nice cushion in between our
Yeah, so we
batches.
aren't desperately running back and forth. That makes good sense. All right, tell the good viewers and me what we're sampling again.
This is a pale ale that I just kegged today. It'll be ready to drink next weekend. It's not my recipe. It's one of the recipes from Ben and Trevor.
Link below.
Link below.
Link,
You always point.
link in the description. It's somewhere. Look, my hand disappears. It's like I'm reaching into heaven.
What do you feel?
Nothing. Is my hand still there? Oh, okay. Thanks.
Ah! I lost my
feel
hand.
better.
So anyway, yeah, this is a pale ale.
All right, nice.
Cascade pale ale because it has Cascade hops. Not very hoppy.
Not hoppy at all. It's good. It's good. Very smooth.
Is it? Or did I do something? Or is this not a pale ale? I think it's right in a pale ale.
Okay, so again, dear viewers, if you're coming in here, go back to last episode and find out what we brewed. I could actually.
No, it would have been a couple episodes ago. Because the last brew I made, it was
Your IPA.
my IPA, yeah, the IPA I'm trying to dial in. And I made the pale ale before that. This doesn't have a hoppiness to it.
That's it. We gotta figure out what you brewed. Because that doesn't taste like a pale ale.
No, it is not. It's like a pale ale. Did I screw up?
I don't think you
Not
screwed up.
not-
I just think.
Not put the hops in or something? Huh, I don't know.
Okay, right for the team. I don't know. I don't want to watch that. I want to scroll through our videos. Oh, stop it! I am not very good. I do not like. You know what? I don't like tablet or phone apps at all.
Yeah.
I am a laptop
It's
or a
too clunky.
desktop guy. It's just too much of a pain in the ass to try and get through this. All right, home. And I want to scroll down. You go away. Scroll down. Scroll down.
When you find it.
About? No, not about.
You should just be able to go to the list of videos.
Yeah, but I can't find the list of videos on the. Maybe back this way. Okay, there we go. Scrolling. There's the white IPA. The problem is they're not in chronological order. Like, here's the first one from a year ago.
It's supposed to be in chronological order.
I would think so.
That's some crap.
Well done, YouTube. And here's a random. That's a commercial. There's a commercial. I'm not even on Northwest Brewmeisters anymore. Okay. And this really irritates me. Now we've got, did you mean Brewmeisters? No, I didn't. You know what? I know how to type. Google, you just shove it, okay? Let me type. Or Apple or whoever is doing this.
Stop trying to
trying to-
anticipate what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I will think. I'll think for myself.
Some things are just intentional.
Okay, I hate this. This is not working for me. I just. I give up. Somebody who's better
as they
technology than
watch
me.
us.
I am so curmudgeonly. I have become the ancient generation. Actually, I refuse to accept that. I'm just.
You know why? Probably because it's all live.
Yeah, they're all live. There's no videos per se, but you can see them if you go to it on the desktop.
This is what I came up. There's a list of videos in chronological order.
Did you just go to the live section? Maybe
Yeah.
that's where.
So 2 weeks ago was the Porter and American IPA, which was mine.
Sure.
Yeah, Cascadia Pale Ale. It's supposed to be a pale ale. And prep. So wow, we had 23 views on the Steve Brews a Mac and Jack clone.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at us, YouTube famous.
That's so far, I think, the most views we've had. There's a 19 view one, 2 Scotch ales.
2 Scotch ales. We both did a Scotch ale?
Yeah.
Ooh. In any case.
Smoky Porter and Spring IPA, no views.
No views?
No views.
Nobody loved us. That was probably a Saturday one or something crazy.
Right.
Not even one. There's always one. I'm always watching. We always watch ourselves.
We should probably delete the mistake ones, you know.
Shit, it's too late, man. I don't fit.
So, I mean, we have something for 1 second, man. Come on.
It's content. Kind of like today's video where I forgot to start the virtual camera.
Yeah, I know, right? We have a 23 viewer 2 years ago. Brewing a Mac and Jack clone. This is back when we only did 1 brew at a time.
Wow, that was quite a while.
It was in the garage.
So, in any case, this does not taste like a pale ale.
It does not taste like a pale ale.
But this is the intermediate. You know, Resurrection Ale didn't taste that great. You know, from primary to secondary.
Right.
And when it came out of the secondary, it was amazing. Maybe it'll mature up.
I mean, it doesn't taste bad. I thought it'd be a little more hop.
A little more hop forward. Not quite an IPA, but a little more hop forward.
Or it's almost kind of sweet. Makes me think I didn't add my hops in at the right time or something.
Ouch. I'm going to say you did. Because I don't remember extreme anger or anything from forgetting things.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that either. So
Yeah.
I think the brew went fine. I don't know, man.
It's smooth. There's nothing wrong with it.
Smooth, yeah.
Once
It
it's
doesn't
carbonated,
make you
it'll be a good beer. It's just it doesn't have any of that pale ale thing. All right.
What a strange beer.
Beer, not as odd as the beers that. All right, folks. We went out to a local brewery. Not impressive. Like, not gross. Like,
Yeah,
if someone gave me a
it's
pint,
kinda
I would
plain.
drink the whole pint.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pay for another
Yeah, I
pint.
don't know. It was just weird. I expected. I don't know, man. That place is. I'm not gonna name
2
them.
years in a row.
I'm not gonna name them, but they've
Boring
other
beer.
people praise them. Like, that beer's
Really?
great. Yeah, and people I've talked to like, hey, you should go check them out. You know,
Yeah, did that, done that. Okay.
did that twice, and
Yeah.
twice in a row. We're not impressed with the beer.
We'll go again next year because we got to get them
I mean,
there
it's-
checking the box.
It's not that it's awful beer, but it's
It's
just
kind
kind
of
of
awful.
boring.
It was just kind of like, like the IPAs weren't like that one was supposed to be 83 IBUs, and I was expecting some real like
Yeah.
tongue in a
I
headlock
wonder-
punch it to the
Well,
thing.
that lager was cloudy. I wonder if
That was I
they
wonder.
screwed up on the beers and did
Yeah.
boycott beers.
I think there's a possibility that the guy got the beers mixed up because the lagers are supposed to be clear. That's
Yeah.
like the big thing
I've
about
never
lagers.
seen a cloudy lager, man.
No. Hazy. It's not cloudy. It's hazy. Hazy lager. Yeah, I don't think they exist.
No,
The
no.
whole lagering process makes it hard to make a hazy lager.
Yeah, I think they got messed up.
So I have a question for you.
That's what they-
All right. You want to give me the answer first, and then I'll formulate the question around it? It'd be like Jeopardy.
Okay, it's like Jeopardy. What is?
No. So if you follow the Discord, Peter mentioned filming of the tasting of our beers down at the brewery that shall not be named. Now here's the deal. There's 2 things. Number one, that means we're sitting in a restaurant with a phone on like a little tripod. Because I have a couple little tripods that you can mount a phone on. And like filming in a restaurant. Which, if we were actual YouTube influencers, Maybe we are. Do you feel influenced? Is anyone out there influenced? Have we influenced you in any way? Doesn't have to be a major or good or bad influence. Just have we influenced you? You know, if we did, then there we go. We are influencers.
Right. Well, we don't have to mount a tripod. We can hold it and pass the camera around. Be like, yeah,
Right.
here we are.
But not do it live. Like do little shorts.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's
You know?
small. Yeah, not a live broadcast, but just
Yeah, just do a little 60-second short. You know, here we are.
here we are. Taste some beer.
And I was thinking, the reason I was thinking tripod, tripod, because then we could set the camera, right? Just have it do the
Oh
thing.
yeah.
And then we just talk,
Right.
right? And then, so these would be actually edited videos, which our channel has none of.
No, everything's been live.
Live and raw. And
Live, raw, unedited.
yes. What happens is what you get.
No, I mean that'd be. What was your question? Would I be?
How do you feel about that?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, cool. Because I know that okay. Full disclosure, folks, I like the broadcasting. Broadcasting is my idea. Steve likes the beer. Steve controls me. He's the one that makes sure that I actually brew beer instead of what I would do if I.
Jamie
Yeah.
likes the camera. I mean,
I love the camera.
I don't have any problem with the camera.
I love you, camera.
I'm just more about
More about
beer.
But I didn't. I just didn't want to let the whole thing consume.
Oh,
You know, and suddenly that's all we do, and anyways.
well, you know, if it can bring in money, you know, it can consume away, man.
That's
You
true.
know?
That would be cool.
You
But
know,
right now,
like,
maybe we influence just one person. Let us know. Actually, make a comment. Can you comment? You can comment on the live videos later.
Yeah, you can.
Tell us if we've been influential.
Once it's posted, you can comment on it. But right now, it'll only be the chat. We'll
Yeah,
chat.
right. It'd be in the chat, which is fine. But there's
No, I'm down with
there
that.
were
man.
two people. Now there's only
I'm down with that. Watching, you know, videoing some of the tasting and then editing out and you know.
Yeah, just make it a raw,
Real short or
just a
whatever.
real short, rough edit, you know.
Mhm.
But it'd just be, and you just chop it down to that part and make it a short. I guess shorts have to be 60 seconds or less. That's the idea of
Oh.
short,
Okay.
you know. But it'd be something you could talk. You could do several shorts, you know. Release some ding,
Sure.
ding, 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 you know.
Or it doesn't have to be a short. It can just be a video.
It could be just a full video, and you
3 or
could,
4 minute video.
you know, and anything else. Like if we get to complaining about wives or swearing or doing anything else, you just chop that, you
Oh,
know.
yeah,
And just
yeah.
when we're tasting the beers, it's like this is a
But
beer.
we don't
tasting.
complain about our wives though.
Ever. Most perfect wives in the universe. And they know we're lying.
Chase, if Chase is so wacky, he's like,
I don't think he is, because it says one, and that's me.
That's you. Okay.
That's me. So we're down to one.
Chase probably bailed. Hey, visiting his dad. He's got things to do. So.
Well, heck yeah, you should be visiting his dad. If you are still watching, Chase, get out of here, dude. Go visit your dad, man. You're not up here that often.
What I was gonna say. Oh, when you finish that beer, we'll see what's left of the
Yeah.
Mac and Jack clone from a few brew days. That was over a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, like 2 months ago. 3 months ago.
If there's enough left for 2 pours, that'll be awesome.
Well, I'll give you the first pour, just to because you're my buddy and you know.
Sweet. Down with this. You should bring your glass over there just in case.
Oh, I will.
All right, here we go, folks. Pouring the beer.
Fortunately, we can't capture on camera, but that's all right. One day we will. One day.
Well, we really do need to like either convert my basement or do something.
Or get a camera that's not a laptop camera. Use an actual camera.
Well, the thing is that
It could be,
you know we're
it
in
could
your
be on a
garage,
swivel, you know.
and so things that don't have like your underwear sitting on top of the dryer and things like that.
That is not my underwear.
Okay, it's underwear though.
I know. I kind of snickered because when I was getting ready for the brew day, I was like, oh, I should probably put that away.
Just won't show the camera. No, we're not moving the camera. Not happening, dude.
I want to see the underwear.
No, we are giving my friends some dignity. But like seriously though, you know, there's parts of your house is like, and I'm really not good at the whole illusion thing. You know, I guess we'll never be influencers because influencers put that illusion that their life is perfect. Our lives are not perfect, folks.
No, we're just very real on the show. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we're in a garage. There's a motorcycle on that side of the camera that you can't see that needs to be sold.
Needs to be running.
Okay, there's a good point. It's easier to sell something if it's running. What's
Yeah.
that, the battery?
No, the battery's brand new. I can't get the start.
Ooh.
So I'm going to pull the spark.
I'm going to say plugs.
I'm going to pull the
start with
plugs and go from there. I know the oil light stays on. It has oil in it, so I don't know. I might just change the oil because the oil's old. It's it's got synthetic oil, so it's not hurting anything.
Mhm.
But it just hasn't been changed in all those literally years because the bike's been sitting for years.
Right.
But it's getting. I mean, it tries. It makes that bike starting sound when you hit the button. So the battery's brand new, fully charged. It's getting gas. It's just not sparking. So that's why I'm going to do the plugs.
Might want to put that battery on the maintainer.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it here.
At least a few times.
It's been a couple weeks since I worked on it last. So.
Yeah, because it will just naturally draw down.
Yeah.
And then you will kill a perfectly good battery.
I know. That battery was like $170 too.
Yeah, and every year down at the store we sell tons of batteries because motorcycle batteries do not live as long as car batteries.
Yeah.
They straight up don't. Don't know why. Well, most of those are seasonal bikes too. I imagine if you ride your bike a lot, the battery will live long.
Right, because
it gets charged.
It's like a car, yeah. It gets used. Well, it's like my TA. I constantly have to charge that battery to start the car to move it.
You don't need to
I
sell
don't
that.
drive the car,
I will push that in and out of this garage for the rest of my life. Do not sell the TA.
Well, I was smart today. I put it on the charger way earlier in the day and let it do its thing while I was prepping and cleaning and
It's a
caking.
freaking Trans Am. It looks so sexy. I mean, you look like you're going fast, just parked.
Just park.
It's like he's parked at 145 miles an hour. How do you do that? Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to sell it.
Good,
At least not anytime soon.
because I am owning a sports car vicariously through you. Because I don't have a sports
Well,
car.
let's see. It's 2023 and 2025. It will be 25 years old. I bought it in 2000.
Nice. That makes it a
It'll
classic.
make it a true classic. Yeah.
At least by chronological standards.
Right.
And true, it is a good looking. That is one of the good versions of the Trans Am.
Yeah, I
You
thought
know.
they did pretty good by the time unfortunately, when Pontiac decided to shut its doors.
Yeah.
Like, I think the last production year was 2002.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's a good looking car. It does. You do look like you're doing 145 miles an hour just parked.
Just parked, yeah.
Okay, so we're cool with making shorts. So,
Yeah, we're good.
Peter, if you've made it to this part and you managed to randomly hit exactly this part, because we're probably not going to talk about it much more. So hopefully he hits this 14 seconds of video right here.
Right.
We're going to do this.
You can always put something in the bar. You can always post some messages, hey, like your idea, or even DM them.
No. Dude has to watch. Dude has to watch.
Well, there's no guarantee he's going to watch, though, exactly right now.
You are so disloyal, Peter. All right. Maybe I'll put something there. Anyways, I just wanted to respect, it's like how much you want to let this thing consume our lives. Because right now we control it. We do control this, actually.
Oh, it's
like every 2 weeks. That was a very cognizant decision on our part because we knew that if we did it every week,
it would burn out.
we'd burn out. Also, we would drown in beer. There's no way we could drink that
That'd be too much beer, yeah. No. To me, it's not an intrusion, and maybe that's not the right word for it, because we're already hanging out, doing something we're having fun with anyway, while tasting the beers, getting the stamps on our ale trail.
Right.
Why not document it, video document it?
Sure.
And it kind of fits the brand, the Northwest Brewmasters brand.
And if we document
Is
it,
it me? Yes.
somebody's saying, "I'm watching you."
No, I can hear a ding on my
Yeah, that was you.
It was my phone. It's a group text between my friend Chris, my coworker friend,
Mhm.
and Brandy and me, because the daughters play. So, but my wife and children are gone right now. So,
Okay. There it is.
well, they were asking like, hey, can she come over? She wants to know if she can come over and play, kind of thing. And
Gotcha.
kind of a delayed response. So actually, Brandy's probably not able to answer that. So let me. Sorry, folks.
Most professional, right? You could stand over there. When I'm on my phone, I'm sharing. I'm trying to find videos on our own YouTube channel because I suck at technology. I did have a curmudgeon moment. I think I already shared this on screen once before,
Right.
where Timoteo, I wanted to watch a movie, and I told him, man, I do not want to learn another technology. Just give me, in this case, the PlayStation 5, because Timo managed to get one when it came out.
Yeah, I know. I remember
When
that.
it came
I remember
out.
when I came over and I'm like, dude, did you guys get a PS5? How did you
Timo
do that?
Timo bought like the 8th one in the world. It's like, how did you do that?
Yeah, it's
No
like,
doubt
how
part of
did
it's
that
because
happen?
the people down at GameStop loved him.
Okay. Well,
And they-
goes there. He's been going there for
He
years.
does,
huh?
and he is a lovable kid, you know. I mean, he gets on
Right.
girls.
He's
What?
like 23 years old, isn't he?
I know, but
I know
he
what
is-
you mean. I know.
I mean, if you talk with him, though, I mean, you
Right,
get
it's like
more.
you're talking to
I
a
am
kid,
talking to a
yeah.
10-year-old
Yeah.
type deal. you
Yeah,
know.
Riley asked me how old he was the other day, but I think he just turned 23. 24 now.
June. Yeah, he was born in 1999.
Okay, I wasn't sure what year.
Yeah, close enough though.
I knew he was in his 20s. I just wasn't quite sure.
He's not 12.
21 now, or
Jaime is a year and a half behind.
okay.
So in November he will hit 23. He was born in 2000.
Gotcha. Okay.
Don't you dare use that against me, identity thieves. I will hunt you down. I don't have skills, but I have friends who have skills.
They will hunt you down for me.
And when I catch you, FBI be darned. Look at me, just caping it. Family friendly.
Family friendly. I will do things to you.
I will do bad things. Yes.
The very painful things.
You hurt my kids, and I will come for you like you have no idea. That is one thing. I saw a short the other day, and it was. By the way, my friend. Wow. That was.
I'm gonna turn my heat on now. Now we really have a gap.
That's right. That's good. Oh look, my flame went out. Obviously. I just spew some gas into the air. All right, so now we're gonna do things. Yeah,
Probably should have put my flame on a little earlier, but that's all right.
that's all right.
You can turn off that one.
What, you don't like it? I do that at work. The credit card machine beeps if you don't do certain things, right? It'll beep for an hour or
Well,
2 hours.
you think the viewers are
They love it.
are gonna
They
fucking
love
do
it. You know who the viewer is? Me. And I love it. And I love it. That's right.
Oh no, I don't. I'm just giving you trouble for fun. Oh, for fun. For fun's sakes.
For fun's sakes.
That is awfully clear.
Well, this was not
a
really
dark one,
dark
was it? Yeah.
here at all when we did it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean it has oats and melanoidin. Those aren't dark drinks and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's.
It's kind of like a wheat style beer. Wheat beer.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so there's that.
Is that Chase right there? I can't. Was
That is Chase.
Okay. I just can't read the name.
Energizer Beast.
Yeah.
And he said hello, and we only have one viewer now, so I think
Yeah, he probably hung out for a little bit.
he's hanging with his old man,
Doing whatever he's doing.
which is good. May I have the ladle?
Little.
Little.
Such a fun word. Little. Later.
Kind of like spatula tuberculosis. Which there's actually probably a rap is the
Yeah.
closest thing you could describe this as. It's a novelty song, and it's called Bulbous Bouffant.
Okay.
Comedy sketch type thing. And tuberculosis, spatula, and mucklucks are all part of it. It starts with this guy waiting for the bus. This other guy starts talking to him. He's like, "Excuse me, I notice you don't have an umbrella." He's like, no, it's sunny out." He starts talking at one point. "Do you know what the Eskimos do?" He's like, "What? They chew the blubber." And then he's just wonky. It's like, "They wear mucklucks." He's like, yeah, mucklucks. Say it with me. Mucklucks. Mucklucks. And they keep going, right? This one guy, the weirdo, he's obviously weird, just attacking this other guy, but not like physically, just like this craziness. And then it's like, "Do you see that lady over there?" He's like, "Yeah, I see her." what kind of a hairdo is that? It's like, I believe it is a bouffant. And then a third guy comes in. It's like, excuse me, but couldn't help but notice that it's kind of a bulbous bouffant. It's like and then it starts bulbous bouffant blubber macadamia bulbous bouffant blubber macadamia, and they keep that going. So it's a rap, you know. They're not singing, but it's a true rap. Thus, validating that rap is a true art form. In this case, comedic.
Sure.
You know, and then as they're going, the one guy just says random words. Spatula, bulbous, bouffant, blubber, macadamia, bulbous, bouffant, blubber, macadamia, tuberculosis. It's hilarious. It is a Dr. Demento if I ever.
Oh, no kidding, huh?
Yeah, it is straight out of Dr. Demento.
Dr. Demento.
You know, as a matter of fact, I think we need to look that up after we get done brewing.
Okay.
You guys too. Bulbous bouffant is what it's called. It is called bulbous bouffant.
Yeah, I don't want to get hit with copyright stuff. If we try to play it well, because if the sound goes through the speakers, you know what I mean.
No, I probably already did it.
No, you were well under
There is no time limit.
Oh, there's no time limit.
Yeah, that is a myth. There is no time limit.
It was like 30 seconds or something.
Nope. 1 second's enough if they want.
They can say, "Yep, you're violating our copyright."
However, they're not the Eagles, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
If any of y'all follow Rick Beato, you'll know what I mean when I say they're not the Eagles. Apparently, they are pretty aggressive. Don't want people stealing their copyrighted material.
I don't think they're going to lose any money if Rick Beato plays a 20-second clip of their music.
No, in fact, they're probably gonna. At this point in their careers, they're gonna gain, because, you know, who still listens to the Eagles? Old guys like us who can't figure out how to find their own videos on their own YouTube channel.
I don't really listen to Eagles, but I know you didn't mean literally. I was being silly.
I hate that. Somebody important to me in my life does that all the time. It's like, all right, so it's like when you have a dog. It's like, but I don't have a dog. I know you don't have a dog.
Hypothetical. No, I was doing it to be silly with you. I know you didn't mean me.
I absolutely know.
But on the side, I actually did see the Eagles in concert.
Did you really?
1995, yeah. It was called the Hell Freaks Is Over tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm aware of that tour.
I got to go with Uncle Mike.
Wow. That is really cool. That's what happens when you live in a state like Texas instead of Montana.
But what's funny though is the concert was actually in New Mexico. It was at the football stadium for.
So it was only like what, 26 hours away? I'm making
26 minutes away.
I'm making a joke about how big Texas
Yeah,
is.
Well,
of course, you're in El Paso.
I'm in El Paso, so Mexico State University is like,
Hop, skip, and
hour
jump.
drive of that, from where I lived, and they have a football stadium, so the Eagles played at the football stadium.
Okay.
We left before the concert ended, and I was like, oh yeah,
Really?
yeah, they wanted to beat the traffic,
I hate that.
Yeah.
That is one thing, and I'll just go ahead and call out my wife on this one. She is all about, let's go. It's like, why? There's still stuff going on.
Yeah,
You want to get caught in traffic? It's like, we got a radio, you got coffee, you got snacks. Just sit in the car and relax. I'm the guy driving, and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me to move forward 2 feet and put it back in park.
Oh, I know. I mean, yeah, I've been to, I don't want to say hundreds, but probably tens of concerts, probably 50 concerts over the years. And yeah, traffic is a thing. It's just, get over it. It's a
Yeah,
thing,
take a
man.
deep breath, and it eventually it'll end. Enjoy the concert, and the whole event. Enjoy the whole event. And then,
Right.
yeah,
I paid a
it's
lot
a
of
price
money.
you pay.
Paid a lot of money to see this band perform. I want to watch the whole set,
Yes.
I
I want them to say, get out!
Right? I did that at a Megadeth concert one time. I waited till well, there was a stupid rumor going around that they were going to give out some backstage passes.
Oh.
And so my friend and I were like, well, let's hang out, man. So we hung out. We're like the last of 13 people to leave. It's like, I guess we're not going to give out backstage passes.
It's not. Of course, by that time, traffic's cleared up because everybody's gotten away.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just not.
I'm trying to remember the worst traffic. I think it's been up here. I think it's White River Amphitheater because it was like one way in and one way out.
Oh yeah, that sounds like it'd be brutal.
Yeah.
Worst
I remember-
traffic I've ever been in. There was a car accident in Seattle, and the traffic backed up all the way to Ellensburg,
Damn.
which, dear viewer, is 100 miles. 100-mile traffic jam.
That is nuts, dude.
No way out. It was the first time that I saw police actually pulling people out of truck stops. Like they'd be parked in the trucker zone. You know, big campers type stuff, which is like, and people cheat all the time, by the way. You know, they cheat. They park in the truck stop area because it's not a big deal for the most part. No, this time, HP's, or I guess State Patrol here in Washington, because Washington is Washington. Anyways, pulling in, it's like, you gotta move it. This is for long haul. This is for drivers. It is not for families with campers. You need to move your vehicle. And this was going west, of course, and all the eastbound truckers. We had a CB in the car at the time, and they were just saying it. They're like, shut it down, pull over on the side of the road. The amount of fuel that you will burn idling is just not worth it.
Oh yeah, my friend's dad was a truck driver, long haul. I mean, huge long distance type stuff.
Yep.
Had this huge like condo on wheels for his truck kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, he was like in the '90s, man. He was talking about it. It'd take like quite a few $100 to fill his tanks, you know. That was the '90s. I can't imagine what it is now.
And they don't want to burn that sitting in traffic.
Oh hell no.
No.
In fact, it was pretty cool. That friend and I went and saw Pantera. This is 1995. It was Prong, which I didn't really care for. Sepultura.
Like prong or prawn?
Prong, like a prong.
Okay, so not undersea.
No, not a prawn.
Okay, just checking.
Prong, which I think, I mean, they weren't terrible. I just didn't really care for their music too much. And then Sepultura, which I wanted to see. And then the headliner was Pantera back in '95. The original lineup was still a thing, Be right back. I'll finish the story in a minute.
Okay.
This off.
I should not have handed it to him. I should have let him finish and then. There is a chunk of something. Huh. I wonder what that is. It's gone now. It'll be boiled to sanitize.
Snacks.
Oh, good deal. Snacks.
So, you get to the point, my friend's dad picked us up in his rig.
Oh, nice.
After that show, yeah. So it's pretty neat just being way up there.
Condo on wheels. There's
I just had a big sleeper,
Oh, there's a truck that I haven't seen it in a while because the parking lot finally got sold, and so the trucks don't park there anymore. But this was a small apartment on wheels. It was easily 20,
I just better set my timer off.
20 by 10, however wide the truck is.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, I guarantee the thing had a shower in it. I mean, it was just immense. And then the fifth wheel, and then he tows with it.
Gotcha.
All right, I need the flavor thing.
No. Flame on!
This will be the last time I need it.
Okay.
I think right now we should do a little pot cam.
Hot damn.
Pot cam. Come to us, pot cam. Over to there.
Help us, Pop Cam, your only hope.
Nope. Really? Again, no, it works.
There it
There we
is.
go. Oh look, propane tanks.
There they are.
One glowing with heavenly light. There's a lot of foam on this.
Yeah. Thank you, dry malt.
But there is no dry malt. That's a weird thing.
You just put a bag of dry malt in it, didn't you?
I did not. Is there dry malt to be put in? I don't think so. You gave me 2 tubs of.
Let me bring it up the recipe. I thought it said dry malt. 1 pound wheat dry malt extract. I don't think he put them in our kits. No, seriously, I think he forgot them.
So this is not Ben's fault. Because we tend to be chatty Cathy's when we go down there.
Yeah, I think he forgot them.
Ruh-roh raggy.
This will make an interesting beer.
New beer!
Yeah, I mean, I can go look in the truck, see if it, but
Mm-mm. It was in the bag,
It was
dude.
in the bag,
Everything
yeah.
was in the bags. And it is kind of our fault. Is it in with all the hops packets?
No. Nope. We are
Dry maltless?
dry maltless.
Ah, boo.
This could be kind of a light beer.
That's all right. Light beers are okay. Lawnmower beer.
Yeah, you forgot them.
That's funny.
I mean, it's no big deal, but we got charged for them though.
Well, we might talk about that later. I'm sure they'll make it right.
Right.
That part I'm not worried about too much. Like, you're right. I don't want to pay for stuff that I didn't get. I agree with that.
Right. It's not like that big a deal. I don't know how much a pound of dry malt costs, but
$4 or $5 probably, dude. I mean, yeast are costing what? Close to $9 now?
9, yeah,
Yeah.
gone up.
Everything's expensive these days. Well, bummer.
Right. People
So,
we're all human. We're a distraction, and we're all human. So
Well, yeah, and I mean that really is the truth because we ask all sorts of questions and we talk
chit
about.
chat and
Yeah, I mean that happens. I mean it's one thing if you're talking with a customer and you're focusing on providing customer service for a random customer,
Right.
but when it's a couple of guys that come in every 2 weeks like a freaking clock, and then all bend your ear about stuff, it's not like we're bosom buds, but at the same time we get along all right.
Yeah, we're regulars there, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured when they were serving us a beer, that was a sign that we had a good relationship with them.
We're in.
We're
We
in.
got made.
They like us.
You really like me. We have a mystery viewer. Hello, mystery viewer. I just waved at you, but you can't see that because we're on a different camera.
I was like, did you just wave?
Hi. Feel free to comment. We deal well with hecklers or anything.
Yeah, you can troll us. We don't mind.
Yeah, we're lonely.
So. So viewers, if you're not familiar with what we're doing, we are brewing beer. The camera's on the kettles right now. We'll switch back later.
Yes. In fact, we can do that now. We'll go back to pot pan in a bit.
There we go. What's that?
I don't know. What's going on here?
Did it freeze? Maybe
Yeah.
my internet has a problem.
Wi-Fi's a little low, but it's not dead. Oh, there we are.
Okay.
Nope, frozen again. Let's go back to live.
We're moving. Just choppy.
Maybe we don't have a mystery viewer.
What does it say, 2 viewers?
It does say 2 viewers, but maybe I accidentally rewound to another part.
Oh.
Because this is back when I still had. Oh, wait a minute.
What did you do?
I don't know. Let's go back to it. We'll try that.
You would think it would tell us up there.
Yeah, you would think that. Nope, we're back.
We're
Here we
back.
go. Oh, yeah, we have a mystery viewer.
Sweet. Hello, viewer.
Hello, mystery viewer.
Officially confirmed mystery viewer.
Yes, officially confirmed. Welcome to the Northwest Brewmasters broadcast. You can see PopCam floating in heaven, descending down to us. Man, that's a real bummer that we forgot to grab our dry malt.
Well, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't. It's all right. The beer would just be a little bit on the lighter side. That's all.
It will be. I mean, it's still 6.6 pounds.
Yeah.
Bavarian wheat.
Yeah. No heartburn there, man.
All right, are you ready? This next one's a good one.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the deal. Take yourself back to Tipper Gore, the PMRC. All that.
1987. Here we are.
Keep going. Just today, on the radio, there's some academic. I don't want to say that he was a theology guy, but
Excuse me.
there's someone. Anyways, so he suggested that D&D is a spiritual experience, and this guy's
What?
like an academic. So here we go. PMRC. D&D is of the devil. It's of the devil. It's a spiritual experience. Maybe she was right. And rant.
I'm not gonna rant because the guy's an idiot.
That's no fun. You're supposed to go off.
Well, I mean, I'll just say that I disagree. I mean, as a D&D nerd, I mean, it's not spiritual. It's a game. It's literally playing make believe. That's all it is, man. Literally playing make believe is what you're doing when you play D&D. So
You're not nourishing your soul.
should I ask you about your sister? I know viewer, you don't get that. That's fine. It's inside joke.
That is an inside joke about orcs and roleplay. You know what? Explain the joke. Was this
No,
funny?
I don't really want to explain it, but
Okay.
anyway, yeah. I mean, to me, it's D&D it's playing a game. You're playing make believe with some friends, you know.
No, you're absolutely right.
And you're
100%.
using you kind of use a combination of the theater of the mind and maps and tokens and tools. Now, D&D has gone really, it's really taken off in a different direction from when I played in the 80s and 90s. You know, we didn't have these digital tabletops you could play on like you do now. You know, so it's really, I like what they've done, but that's all it is, man. There's nothing spiritual about it. It's not. I'm not really casting spells or whatever. You know.
Right. Well,
It's like, come on, people.
and of course, I didn't get to that part. That was as I was driving over here, and I didn't get to that part of the broadcast by the time I got here. You know, so I shut it off. So I didn't hear what this guy actually had to
Right.
say.
I mean, maybe some people take it to that level. They love it that much that it's, to them it's spiritual, but whatever. You know,
Yeah.
it's just because one person, some academic, asserts that it's a spiritual experience doesn't mean it's true to everybody. You know, don't make a sweeping generalization because of something one person believes. You know? There's my rant over. Because I mean, I really don't care. It's like whatever, man. All right, dude. You can think that all you want. You know.
No, you're right. And just because an expert. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I already went through that satanic panic when I was a teenager, you know, with people, heavy metal music and D&D, and it's like, all right, man, never done that. So
Steve was all the bad things.
I was all the bad things. I was the friend that played Dungeons and Dragons. I was a friend that listened to heavy metal music. My friend's dad asked me one time. I was wearing an Iron Maiden T-shirt, and I was kneeling down doing something. He walks over. He's kind of looking at my shirt. He's like, Steve, what are you doing in the Satanism? I said, I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not. Like, well, those pictures, those are demons on your shirt. I'm like, no, it's a zombie. It was Eddie from Iron Maiden mascot guy. Eddie. He's a zombie.
Zombie demons.
He's an undead thing. He's not a demon. Anyway, but yeah, just here we go. I'm not a Satanist, Mr. Mullins. I don't worship the devil. I listen to Iron Maiden. I don't worship the devil. And then on the flip side, the D&D side, this is when I was living in Massachusetts with my dad when he was still in the Army. It was just my dad and me, and one of our neighbors there in base housing. We were gonna have like a camp out thing in the backyard. I think we were 11 years old at the time, and I mentioned in front of his mom, like, yeah, we're gonna play some D&D tonight. And she's like, oh, no, you can't do that. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She's like, that's Satanism. You can't. That's devil stuff. I'm like, oh, really? So the other tent where my other two friends were, they got to play D&D, but I couldn't play D&D because I was in the tent with
the PMRC lady.
PMRC lady, whose son was in we were friends, and that was his mom. So I was just like, this is boring. And they were over there doing D&D stuff, we had two tents set up.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, so I already dealt with that crap.
So he said he wasn't gonna rant, but he still went for 8 minutes.
I kind of ranted a little bit, yeah, but it wasn't like an angry rant,
No,
I
it
was
wasn't
just talking
angry
about it.
But that's an interesting thing about, are the experts right? Are the experts even worth listening to? Are the experts actually experts?
Right.
That is a problem we have today right now, is the fact that so many experts have said things, whether for money or because they just want fame or because they actually believe false data and ran with it and they want to look like experts. And they've been proven wrong, and not just wrong in the scientific, well, this was our theory, Newtonian until Einstein came out, and now we're in the Einstein, the relative universe, right? Not just like that, but just like stake their claims on it. That's why there was such heartburn over the whole COVID stuff. It wasn't because new information came out. It was because as each piece of information came out, the experts just said, this is it. And then it wasn't it. And every time we said that, they said, well, science isn't settled yet. They come back with this. It's like, yeah, then stop saying this is it.
Right.
Stop
asserting this is the.
It's like your credibility is shot. Right now, the best you can say is we don't know. It's like, good, we haven't listened to you for a year. And that happens on both sides of the aisle. A lot of the stuff that I complain about happens on both sides of the aisle. It's not like it's just left-wing people.
Right.
Right-wing people do it too. This is it. It's like, no, it's not
necessarily.
Yeah. But that's a problem because experts are valuable. I take my car to the shop. I can fix my whole car. I could tear it all the way down to the ground and put it all the way back together. It would take me a year.
A lot of YouTube videos.
And I would have a handful of extra nuts and bolts wondering what part of my car was going to fall apart.
What did I miss?
Right? Or I could take it to the expert and say, please, could you...
Right. A legitimate expert is necessary for stuff.
Yeah. But our problem is we have a lot of experts that are also YouTube famous, so to speak.
I know what you mean.
And they like being YouTube famous. I think Fauci is one of them. I think he enjoyed the fame that he was getting from this whole COVID thing. It sure seemed like it.
Fauci. Whatever.
You know who didn't? That guy who did the special investigation into Trump. The Russian collusion thing that turned out to be absolute BS.
Right.
Who is that guy's name?
I have no idea. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the guy's name. It was like Scott something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Doesn't matter. You have an encyclopedia right there. So
I do. I have the world at my fingertips. But the point was that guy did not. He did not. I have been entertaining, and that's why I still have most of a beer. Oh,
are you not entertained?
Here, drink this because I need to. I'm going to boil.
No, you take care of everything. That's fine.
We're gonna hit a button here.
Hot cam, it didn't switch.
No, it didn't switch. All right. Hold on a second. We'll
There
be
it
right
is.
back. There we go.
Such an aggressive boil.
It is because I got the flame cranked up. The real scare. It. You're good, man. All right. Whoa. I used to control in my house, but anymore, I like to get oil where it needs to be before I add my hops. That's pretty close right there. Maybe just a touchdown. You want a rolling boil, not a roiling boil. That's good. That's good right there. All right. Now I gotta go. Oh, shoot. I gotta look up the hop schedule. I don't even know what. Glasses.
Okay, and little spots on there still, but I might shove a sponge down there or something. I don't know. It's just hard to get to because it's the very bottom.
Yeah. Like I said though, if you boiled it and you have sanitized it,
Yeah.
you'll be all right, man. Okay, so
I have.
we start with the
payment.
Chinook. Start with the Chinook.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that, and then everything else goes in at the 0.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, all the other hops go at the 0 point. Chinook.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Steve,
Yes.
remind me tomorrow when you wake up to sharpen my knife. Send me a text message.
Remind you tomorrow. Are you working tomorrow?
No, I'm not. Chinook hops, 14.4% alpha acids. Aromas are berry, grapefruit, pine, stone fruit, which is an awfully broad topic, tropical, typical beer styles, IPA, me IPA, which is New England IPA, and pale ale.
I think I'm taking Thursday off.
Oh, just randomly? I know you got the use or loses. My folks are coming out.
Yeah.
My dad would really like to hang with you and drink some beers.
When are they coming up?
I don't know. You know what? After the broadcast, I'll call them and find out. They said end of July.
Oh, okay. I'm actually going to take some PTO last week of July and the first week of
Yeah,
August.
we're kind of working up on the end of July here.
Yeah. No, Thursday is a important day. So.
Awesome. Is it the day that we go to that one academy?
I mean, it could be. I was actually going to say that. I'm not saying it, but my thoughts were to do that Thursday, the Thursday before Labor Day, like we did last year.
Sounds like a good plan.
But I mean, if I take this coming Thursday off, then we can still try it then too.
Nah, let's do it the way we stick with the plan. All
Okay.
right. I turned my heat down just a little.
I'm curious what the bonus prize is that we get if we actually get that stamp as well.
A coaster.
No, right? Really?
I mean, you called it when you said it's a pint glass.
Oh no, I knew it was because someone else told me this.
$250 pint glass.
I know, right?
I mean, I don't know how much we actually spend, But after the gas and the driving and the foods and the beers and the beers and
Some of those places are far, like Birdsview. That's a good drive, man.
yeah, for not great beer. I mean, awesome beer. Yeah, right.
And then the other one up in Edmonds, that one had good beer at least, so the drive was worth it. It was a drive though.
Well, that's the one, not quite to Edmonds, right?
Yeah, and that little
Well,
highway-
Edmonds is actually down in Seattle. But the one that's north. Look, dear brewer palate.
looks like rabbit food. I dare you to eat one.
Nope. Oh, we're getting a little excited.
Oh, during the viewer, do you?
How are they gonna eat one? I can't hand it.
Maybe they're trying to.
Mail it to them? Leave your address in the comments for the entire world to see.
Oh, if they are brewers or want to get in brewing or something and they try it one day.
I know.
Just YouTube influencers that eat this, you know.
Influencers. Oh, our influencers. Influencers. Feel so.
No, all jokes aside.
Oh,
if
geez.
you never
Slow down.
never consumed a hot fuzz bitter. That's all.
And powdery.
Powdery.
It's everywhere.
It's like you're chewing on.
Yeah, that's a better word. Chalky. It's an unpleasant experience. Let's just say that. All right, there we go. That's under control.
But I got Jamie with it, and Jamie got his dad with it. It was pretty.
Yep. It's one of those rites of passage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was got with it when I was first learning. You know, when I first got into brewing. Hey, why don't you eat one of these? Greg Seymour, buddy of mine from back in my Navy days, did that to me. He also did one where we put it. I was drinking some kind of beer. I forget what it was. He said, "Hey, you should put this in your beer." And so I put it in the beer. It actually made the beer taste better. It was not a good beer, but putting that little hot pellet in there made it taste better.
You're really.
Yeah. Speaking of beer, I'm getting kind of thirsty.
I'm thinking there's something wrong here, man.
Oh, is it? What
We
kind?
might not be broadcasting at all.
Oh. Well, I mean, you're on the website.
Well,
Maybe is it the internet? Is my internet being weird?
yeah, we might have dropped.
Uh-oh.
It's weird because YouTube is doing the thing, but at the same time, so professional. You can't get more professional than this. I'm having a hard time establishing a good boil. Let me try my phone.
Okay. That's what I was doing.
Well, go ahead. Try your phone. See what you get. Because, yeah, that looks normal.
Oh, is that YouTube or is
That's
that
YouTube.
Okay. Let me try it.
Maybe I need to turn the iPad off and on. I love that. Thank you, Apple, for joining the turn it off and turn it back on club. You never used to do that. You had awesome products that you could leave run for 4 years.
Still going. We're going.
Oh, sure enough. Okay, well,
Yeah.
whatever. My monitoring sucks. No monitoring today.
So there's only one watching, which is either you or me.
Probably you, because I don't think I'm watching anymore. Must be the iPad.
Delay.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
No, we're still going. Def. Oh. All right. I have 2 minutes.
There's like chunkies in my beer now. It's all the hops and the hop break stuff, the coagulant and stuff.
Right.
That's one of my favorite parts. My favorite part is when you pour the beer into the carboy and you get all the little wormies in there from the cold break.
Oh,
I love that part. That looks so cool. All right, I'm working my way through this beer. Soon, Steve. Soon, you'll be able to refill. Your peanut butter pretzels.
Sounds like a plan. Peanut butter pretzels are yummy.
Yeah, they go great with beer. They really do. I think I need a new battery for both my iPad and my phone.
Can you change the battery in your phone?
You can. By you, I mean you can take it to someone and have them do it.
That's what I meant. It's just like, it's even possible because, Apple.
Well, Apple got hit with a lot of right to repair lawsuits lately.
Right.
Because they suddenly, out of the goodness of their own hearts, of course, like released a whole bunch of tools and stuff available to the market for fixing Apple products. It's like, you did that because you're just wonderful people, whatever.
No.
I still like Apple products because still, for the most part, you plug it in and go. All your audio interfaces, generally, you don't have to do anything extra with Apple. Whereas with Windows, you got to download the drivers, make sure they're the most recent drivers, et cetera, et cetera.
It's still a driver on Apple.
I know, but
It's just they're baking in.
it's baked in, and all the other companies.
Well, that comes into the question though. Is that bloat? Is that bloat, or is that it's kind of like, I'm kind of being devil's advocate here. It's like,
no.
yeah, it's easy to bag on Windows because it's Windows and Microsoft.
Right.
But are they being smart about it by not inflating the software with a bunch of stuff that's not even being used? So you install the driver as you need the driver,
Right.
Kind of thing.
Well, and the truth is, for people that actually use them as tools, they're still our community. The artistic community is more likely to use an Apple product as a tool than the business community. And they're going to gravitate towards Apple. So from Apple's perspective, it makes more sense to just include the drivers with the OS.
Right.
It all works just fine. And from the third-party folks like Mark of the Unicorn or PreSonus or Focusrite, all these people, it makes sense to just play with Apple, right? From the Windows standpoint, people doing business type stuff are more likely to use a Windows platform. And so, yeah, don't belabor your OS, which, regardless, Windows OSs never last that long because they always get bogged down with. I mean, have they gotten rid of the whole DLL paradigm? Are they still using that idea?
Or it's not a paradigm. That's legitimate software.
Well, no, it's.
I mean, it's a legitimate thing.
Well, by
paradigm, it's used in Mac and Linux too, man. It's not a Windows only thing. Windows calls it a DLL, but in Linux world, it's called a symlink library.
Same idea, though.
I'm not sure what it's called in Mac. It's a software construct. It's not a Microsoft thing.
No, but it's a way of structuring things and stuff. That's what I mean by paradigm. I don't mean.
Well, no, it's just you make it sound like it's just a Windows thing. Like
I didn't mean to.
They're the only ones that do DLL. No, every operating system uses the DLL style, linking code with other code is what it is.
But for some reason, Windows just seemed to get so boggy. It's like,
but that has nothing to do with DLLs, though. That's just
but
the operating system is just not very well written.
all right. Well, I was apparently being nicer than yours. They're just like, you just wrote lousy code.
Oh, I mean, it is. It's not, the code just doesn't clean up well because Windows, over time, it's like an anomaly. It slows down.
Yep.
Regardless, not just because your hardware got older, but it's just the way the architecture of that operating system. They need to redo it.
Well, I thought they have. I mean,
cost. Maybe they did. Maybe they did with like Windows 11. I'm not even using Windows 11.
Right. I mean, DOS is completely gone, right? I mean, that's
DOS
been gone for decades.
DOS is gone.
Usually I don't have a hard time controlling my boil, but today, geez.
Yeah, that was me a couple brew days ago. Just did not get a stable boil. It was either boiling too aggressively or like that, not boiling.
Yeah, and with no change in anything, like it's not like the wind kicked up or we opened the door or anything. It's just like, sorry, I'm gonna randomly behave differently.
probably go back to putting these things in hot water.
Yeah. It did work pretty well. Okay. I got some rolling going on. You know you can take your thermometer out of there.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that for you. Let's see how the keg of holding's doing.
Go for it. Maybe you'll get a pour out of it. I'll be surprised if you get 2.
All right.
And I'll be grateful as well, but I'll be more surprised.
So we're going to fill yours first.
You should do yours first because you're.
No, but it might be filled with sediment and nastiness, so I'm going to do yours first. You know, now that I've said that, I'm going to do mine first.
Which means mine will probably have this, the sludge.
You know what? If yours has a sludge, I'm just going to switch glasses.
I'm messing with you.
I don't know.
Alright, that one's in.
I got to ask you, Steve, what wizard did you buy these kegs from?
I don't know. Well, some of them came from. Some of them came from. My first one, which I think you actually have in your possession, came from Larry when the Brewers Supply was in Anacortes. That was Trevor's dad when he ran the store.
I mean, not mine, dude. That is another quart of beer.
Nice.
2 full quarts.
Nice.
Nice.
That's cool. I'm pleasantly surprised, man.
And my boiler's going crazy.
Yeah, I just turned it down too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's still. While you were pouring, I noticed it was getting a little nuts.
Insanity! All right, I'm gonna open the garage before you start your boil.
I'll just open it all the way so we don't bang our heads on it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not like it's cold, so.
That's true.
I know before we would kind of keep it down to conserve the heat as best we could, but we are okay right now.
Trim that a little more. Look at craziness, man. Craziness.
Craziness. Wonder if we'll get another set of pours.
Look at that.
I would be like I'm surprised now. I would be so surprised if we get more.
I'm not gonna complain.
Oh no.
Huh. And now my iPad says connect to the internet. You're offline. Oh, there I am. Now I'm online.
Yeah. Seems like it's having some issues, man.
I think it's mainly an iPad though. Oh, viewers, none. Oh wait, there we go. 1, me. Aha!
We are our own viewer.
I am so loyal. You can't get more loyal than me.
Is beer flat? I don't see bubbles.
Mm.
No, there's some.
I mean, it's not like macro brew fuzzy, but it's definitely carbonated.
Yeah. Yep. I just didn't see as many bubbles in this one as I normally do.
I'm wondering how my kids are gonna do.
With?
Loading up the trailer. So I had to tear a fence out several months ago. Haven't thrown it away yet. I'm gonna throw it away tomorrow. Right? Like take it to the dump.
Gotcha.
Big this is a big wooden fence, right? With flat panels and stuff. Slats this time. So not chain link.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So I had to use the trailer, so I had the boys unload it, basically just throw it on the ground. I was like, I want to get rid of this. I don't want it just sitting in my yard looking all, like my yard's a garbage. So I told them, while I'm gone, your job, because my kids don't have enough chores, they need more chores.
You need more chores in your life.
Basically, they have like a whole 15 minutes of free time every day, and I have got to fix that. That is the problem.
How dare you?
So, but seriously, I told them, I want you to load this on the trailer and strap it down, which are things they know how to do. But we'll see how it turns out. Because I do have to haul it 10 miles down to the dump.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Is that 10? That's 10 miles? Down there?
From my house, it's closer to 15.
Oh, true.
It's 8 miles from the edge of town to the edge of the next town. And then the dump is all the way through town and probably another 3 or 4 miles beyond that. It's probably closer to 20 miles from my house.
Okay, I need to get my flame going again.
Which the driving and everything is not a problem. It's the getting pulled over for an unsecured load that I'm not really interested in having happen.
Yeah, yeah. Can't say that I blame you on that one. All right, let's get some heat. Just trying to clean up a little bit, so there's less to do later.
Oh, you already filled the.
Yeah, I filled it and went, oh yeah, we usually use this, but whatever. I didn't put any cleaner in it though.
So it's just water?
Water right now, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll dump it and pour that in there then, because that's
Right, set the solution. Solution.
it's actually probably a little oversaturated with solutions.
That's fine. It's not gonna hurt anything. How dare us be extra clean on our gear, you know?
Well, it's because
Here it comes.
I'm not even. I am going to say it for the viewer's sake. I take sanitization very seriously. Very seriously.
You know what's funny? This Mac and Jack clone has more hop character to it than that pale ale. I wonder how that happened.
I don't know.
Did I screw up my hops? No. There's no
I
way
don't
I
think so.
did that, man. There's no way.
If you did, there is no point in getting upset now.
Oh, no, I'm not getting upset. I'm just trying to figure out what happened because I think the last time I made that Cascadia pale ale, it was hoppy. Ish, you know, kind of like a Sierra Nevada style, you know?
Yeah, it was a pale ale.
Yeah.
Pale ales have a little bit of hop
A
character.
little bit of hop character in them. Anyway. New beer!
Well, this is going to be a new beer.
Yeah? Nope.
You know what's weird is that's worked before, though.
Right.
I don't understand computers. It's really sad.
Okay, man. We know.
Shut up, Zennial boy. Mr. Zennial.
Zenio.
Yeah, Zennial. Have you heard of Zennials?
Mm.
They're, have you heard of Veteran Dad Bod?
No.
So, Veteran Dad Bod is he's a YouTuber. Well, he's a Facebook guy. I haven't seen him on YouTube, but he does these Facebook reels. He speaks with a brogue, or I don't know if it's Irish or Scottish or it's not English. It's not English, but he's got kind of, and it's, I don't know, maybe he is that way. But one of he's jumped on. You're not a social media guy, so you wouldn't know. But Gen X has become the latest meme.
Gen X. You have a comment?
Oh yes, messed up your hops. Consult a rabbit.
I'm
Welcome, Nathan. Good to see
Hey,
you,
what's up,
man.
not sure if I messed them up though. I'm trying to figure it out. I have to go back and watch the replay, I guess.
We gotta watch our own replay. More views, yeah. Anyhow, so Gen X has become this thing, right?
Okay.
Because for a long time, Gen X did fly out under the radar, right? There's millennials, the lazy, entitled, yada, and I'm using the whole sarcastic tone of voice because I know millennials, and you can't really put an entire generation into a box. But unfortunately, I'm sorry, enough of them were like that the whole generation got that characteristic. Gen X, we got the characteristic about being angsty, which, by the way, angsty is another way of calling you whiny. You're whiny. You're just cranky and upset. I mean, think about it. I have angst. Yeah, you grow up, right? That's what our generation is known for. And then the boomers.
Wait. What side did you get this off from?
The only one that has a tap on it.
Okay.
I couldn't screw it up, dude.
I was thinking to myself, wait, is this the way I just came? All right, sorry. Back to the story. Angsty Gen Xers.
Right. So, anyways, Gen X has become a thing, right? Yay, we're Gen X, and
Right.
and it's so,
I'm listening.
and mainly it's a bunch of Gen Xers, and
Right.
it's kind of like Gen X are dangerous. Don't mess with Gen X. We were the first generation of true latchkey kids. You know, we grew up without the internet, yada yada. So, anyways, this veteran dad bod guy, he does a short sketch about Zennials.
Zennials, huh?
Right. And Zennials are like, he gives them a date. He's like roughly 75 to 85, which is kind of like where we exist. He says their childhoods were analog, right? This whole internet and connected all the time thing was not a thing.
Closest digital I got was an Atari 2600 in 1982. Yeah.
Right. But their adulthoods, when they were still young adults, you know,
Right.
people that still kind of grabbed onto the new technology, that was internet.
Right.
You know, IRC chat rooms
So
and
this-
things like that. And then MySpace, you know, when MySpace came out, we were still, like, we still thought that stuff was cool, right? And even Facebook at first type deal. So we're comfortable in both worlds. So that's the idea of the Zennial, a truly dangerous character. Because we know how to live without the internet.
Right.
But we also
we can
know
go
how
off the
to
grid
know-
anytime now.
Yep,
you know?
but we have no problem existing with the internet. So that's the idea of the
So
Zennial.
we're like in the middle. Gotcha.
But it is kind of funny because the whole Gen X thing has
Right.
become this meme thing.
New
It's
thing
like,
now,
do
right?
not mess with Gen X. We will tear your heart out and feed it to you. So that's the thing. And a lot of them are funny. There's a really successful channel called Gen X Talks.
Okay.
And it is funny. Don't show my mom. Susan would probably roll with it pretty well. But it's this kid who is clearly like Gen Y, right? Because he's a kid. And he goes, welcome to Gen X Talks. You ever wonder how a Gen X thinks? Let's find out. And then he goes talks to his dad, who's this like big, fat, bearded dude. And he's like, Dad, here's the thing. And his dad's like, why the bleep are you messing with me? Look, man, I'm not worried about your problems. You had a chance to fix it. You're done. So you're bleeps now. I'm sorry. That's it. Except they don't bleep it. They're definitely not for kids.
Gotcha.
And it's funny. It is. I mean, some get a little old, but some are really funny. So anyhow,
No, it's
Zennials.
I didn't know that Gen X was in the spotlight right now.
They're not. That's the thing. That's the thing. They're still flying under the radar, right? Because when people want to say, make an insult about you're old and you're not doing, they don't say okay Xer.
Yeah.
They say okay boomer, right? Of course, if you want to talk about boomers and have someone defend them, just talk to Bill Maher.
I had some clarification on the OK Boomer thing by a young 20-something.
Okay.
And it's not so much they're referring to the baby boomer generation, from like people born from like 1940 to like 1965 kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of an attitude. Like you can be 35 and still be a boomer based off your attitude. He says more of an attitude thing, not an actual generational thing.
Right. It's like calling someone racist.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it really is. It's like I don't actually want to argue with you, defend my positions, and tell you why I think it's this way. I'm just going to say you're old and you're out of touch. To which the response is, and I own 2 houses, 3 cars.
Right.
I have $5,000 in the bank at all times, and a retirement, and I'm building another retirement until I actually retire at the age of 55, which you're not going to do. Thank you, Gen Y.
I know, right? That's
I
funny
mean,
stuff.
like I said, you can't broad brush an entire generation.
No, I know it's not all.
Because
hot spoon.
hot spoon. Because there are definitely some people, who are, they're boomers. It's like, this is the way it always is, and that's the way it always is. It's like people who fight the electric car with no good reason other than to say, I hate the electric car. It's like, well, there's no gas stations for it. It's like, you do know that when the gasoline-powered car came out, there were no gas stations.
Yeah. There are gas stations for electric cars. Or I hate to say the word gas station. You know what I mean? There are charging stations.
Same idea.
They're just not as abundant yet. It's got to take time to build the infrastructure.
However, the ones that are there, thank you very much, Elon Musk, another man who has just come under fire, which is weird. He is an example of how. All right, we're gonna go a little controversial here. I'm sorry, Steve, but he is an example of how the left turns on its own. As soon as you do something they don't like, because he was their darling for a while. He is bringing the electric car. Elon Musk is going to save the planet with the electric car. And no lie, man, that dude changed the world. Whether you like him, same as with Trump, love him or hate him, same idea. Love him or hate him, man, Elon Musk changed the world.
Yeah.
I
agree with that.
Because if Tesla had not come on the scene, then everyone else, and it is everyone else at this point, Ford, Chevy, even Dodge, dinosaur company. Oh my gosh. Dodge, what is your problem? I'm not even going to apologize. Why is it when everybody else is moving in this way, you're like, hey, free gas if you do this? It's like, why? It's like, can you not see that the internal combustion engine it's seen its day? Electric is the way it's going. Hybrid is not the way it's going. Although Toyota came out with this cool hydrogen. They're working on a hydrogen engine.
Yeah, hydrogen engine.
I can't lie, man. I love Toyota. That is a great company. Yeah. Those guys do it right. They really do. I mean, they build great cars. Toyota.
That's why.
Well done, Toyota. Hey, Dodge, why don't you go talk with Toyota?
Yeah, that's why when I have a Tundra and it's gonna go to my daughter. I'm probably just gonna go get myself a Tacoma after that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about a Jeep, but I don't think I want a Jeep anymore.
No, I don't think we made it to 300,000. No, we did. We made it past 300,000 miles on my wife's minivan.
Nice. It was funny. I was called un-American one time because I had a Toyota. You know where my Toyota was made?
Michigan.
Ohio.
It
was made in Ohio. Doesn't get more American made than that.
No.
Yeah. It's built in Ohio, man. So it's American made.
Well, how long?
It just happens to be owned by a Japanese company. You know what I mean?
I mean, Toyota has been in this country since the early 70s.
Yeah.
At least. I know because lately I've been trying to find parts for a 1978 Toyota Sunraider.
Okay. Yeah.
Which you want to try hard. And I've had to do it in Spanish.
Oh, right. Ooh, I'm on the verge. Come on, you can boil. Yeah, I've been very happy with my truck. It's 2005, so it's going on. It's 18 years old now. I forget when it was made, but it's 18 years old. The knock on my forehead here because I have yet to ever have it in the shop.
There's a real piece of wood.
Other than
that's real wood.
I took it in for I had the exhaust replaced because it was a custom exhaust, and stuff like that. I've never had to take it because it broke down. It's never broke down on me.
Well, we took the van in and got a new transmission. That was like $5,000 or $6,000.
Yeah, but you said you had When you got the van, it had like what 200,000 miles on it.
No, it didn't have that much on it.
Oh.
But we did get it used from Wendy's parents.
Right. Ooh, boilage.
So, yeah, we got it used, but it didn't have it had sub 100,000 miles
Oh,
on
okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah, the rest of it we put on there because we drive a lot, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you can stop now.
Calm it down. Come on, man. Why do you not work?
Because it wants.
Let's see if Steve can manage to not put wart all over his floor.
That's really foamy boil. What is going on here?
I don't know. It is a really foamy boil for not having any dry malt.
malt in it, yeah. Maybe the element is just a little weird.
Well, it is wheat. It's wheat.
Oh, it's
LME.
true. It is wheat based, yeah. Not your typical, amber or sparkling that we use.
Of course, you already threw the buckets away.
Oh, they're just right there in the recycle bin.
I want a dumpster dive for a bucket.
All right. I think you're gonna be okay. Put a little hops in here. Let's go. Let's do this. One ounce of Chinook. Get it there. Oh yeah. Oh. I didn't use my meshy thing. Oh well. That's fine.
Your mushy thing is moldy.
The bottom is, yeah. 1 ounce isn't gonna hurt. I'll use the meshy thing for the remaining. Just because it's gonna be super sludgy.
Yeah.
That's 4 ounces of hops in there. It's gonna be quite sludgy. Yeah, I lost my boil. There we go. There it is.
Your pot is always an adventure, dude.
Not just a job. All right, got timer going. Are you where I want you? There we go. Any comments? No new comments.
No, just Nathan giving you a hard time about the fact that you forgot your hops.
Well, I didn't forget them. I just didn't. I couldn't tell what I was. I couldn't remember what I did. I was
You know, he gives no context.
Oh,
He
I
may
know.
have gone and watched the other one.
maybe I did forget them. I don't know.
I don't know. It's not the first time.
No. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer on that one. How much time are you remaining on yours?
Like 25 minutes?
We should probably get the.
28 minutes.
We should probably get the chiller in the solution.
Okay.
Go to pot can. Oh, it is on pot can.
You can leave it on pot cam for a while.
Leave it on pot can. Take care of some business.
We need to finish up the album, dude. Because then we could play music while pot cam's going.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
Non-copyrighted, don't worry about
Non-copyrighted
copyright
music.
strikes and all that, because it's ours.
Right.
Unless we're Metallica playing our own show on Twitch and then get
And then-
copyright strike for playing our own stuff. Dude, I can't move unless you're watching this. He went inside. All right, I'm gonna go back and forth.
I need to transfer solution into another carboy because I'm going to rack a beer.
I have extra solution, by the way.
Oh, I have the solution coming from my carboy, my primary carboy to go into my secondary carboy for that beer I need to rack later.
Okay.
I got plenty, man.
He keeps leaving. He knows that his pot is unstable at all times. It goes from no boil to boiling over with no warning. How am I supposed to? I'm stuck here, standing watch. Now I got the pour sanitizer solution and wash it. What the heck? Come on, Steve. It's flowing the wrong way. It's not good. All right, we're still under control. Things are going good. Still bubbling nicely.
Are you serious?
No, you did not boil over.
Really? It boiled over?
No, you did not boil over. 100%. Ask Nathan. Nathan, did it boil over?
What is
I
this
don't-
mess then?
Oh, that was just because it was sticky and I might have dumped sanitization thing all over your floor. And so I got out the mop and I had a mop. And so I've just kind of been cleaning around the burners.
Oh, okay.
100%. You did not boil over.
Really boil? It was like
No.
barely doing anything.
You did not boil over. You are good. You're good. No boiling over. Everything is
good.
fine.
Good, that's fine.
You know, I didn't even think about how funny that would be.
I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
Nope, you did not boil over. See? It did not boil over. Thank you, Nathan. Good man.
We know I have a track record. So.
You do.
With-
That's why you left. And I was like, wait, how am I supposed to
I mean,
fill?
I was like, it was barely moving when I left.
I know, and then I was like stuck with having to fill up the wort chiller sanitization and watch your pot. See, and now you've got this like
It's because I cranked the heat up.
power boil.
Because it was not boiling enough. There we go. That's nice.
So I've got 19 minutes left. What do we got? I got the wort chiller is sanitizing. I should probably go rinse my carboy.
Yeah, you should probably.
What do you got to go inside? What's
Well,
going on?
I just emptied my carboy of the solution.
Okay.
We could probably pull out water locks and stuff and get that on the counter and
Air drying and stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Let's just go ahead and leave pot cam rolling for right now.
Okay.
All right, Nathan,
We'll be
enjoy
back.
pot cam. We'll be back. You'll hear us commenting and not saying foul words because family friendly. We'll be back though. Whew. Steve's is like textbook. Maybe a little more exciting, but I ain't gonna touch it. 15 minutes.
We don't need ladles anymore. I can go in the house. Okay, everything's out. Now it's on boils too.
Yeah,
soft.
but I wasn't gonna touch it. I mean, I saw that. I was like, that's a little too calm. But I ain't gonna mess with it.
No, it's fine. I just add a wee bit of heat on there.
Wee bit of heat. And now it's Mount Vesuvius.
Now we really are mopping the garage again.
You'll be fine. You're there. You got it under control.
Oh yeah. Mount Vesuvius. Now that was my carboy when I made that Scottish wee heavy. There's so much foam coming out of it.
I've had a few gushers. And they've all been with like the stouts or the porters.
Okay.
The big beers.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, those big beers are so delicious at hunting camp.
Boy, they keep you warm.
They do.
So this goes in the last 5 minutes of the boil.
Oh, so we do have a 5-minute ad.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 12 minutes left, so I should
It's
probably
the orange peel, whatever this is.
get ready. In a little muslin sack.
Muslin sack.
Although I'm tempted to just throw it in there. I mean, all my hops are just gonna go in there.
I mean, we're gonna strain it out anyway, so.
I think I'm just
The
gonna.
way I'm looking at it is paid for the muslin sack. I'm gonna use it. But you do you.
Where are we located? Amy, we are located in the Pacific Northwest, up in the northwest corner of Washington. That's about as precise as we like to get.
Oh, we've
Because-
gotten pretty precise before, though.
Okay.
We've mentioned the actual state many times.
Well, yeah, Washington. I said Washington. We're north of Seattle,
Right, yeah.
south of Canada, east of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. Right. Well, hi, Amy. Thanks for
Yes.
joining
Welcome,
the show.
Amy. You've joined kind of at the end of the broadcast, in just about 10 minutes. Well, actually, in 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I'm going to throw my last set of ingredients in,
All right.
And
Yeah, I still have 42 minutes remaining on my boil. Now I have a nice textbook boil. I'm happy with that boil.
we're up in Skagit County. That's where we're up. Close to Northwest Brewers Supply, which if you're in Northwest Skagit County, you should go visit them.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much awesome, and we buy everything from them. Don't buy online. Yeah, this is the ad part of the show. Welcome to the advertisement part of the show.
Advertisement.
Giving a nod to our English friends,
Right?
who I don't know if they're watching or not. No worries. You shop at the brew shop as my husband Cody. We are watching. Ha ha! Fellow Northwesters.
Oh, nice. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we're gonna ask about Cody next time we go in for sure. Yeah. No, the weird thing is that we don't do anything. We work hard to not be controversial to the point where we would make somebody angry. But man, the internet is it's a stupid place, man.
Yeah.
And even though the truth is our most viewed video is 23 people, there's a potential for billions of people to watch it. There's a potential. One of these could go viral. It'll probably be one where you like boil something over because people like that stuff. Sorry, man.
No, it's fine. I'm sure it's amusing to the people watching. Like, oh, look at that. You know,
It is. It's
that
amusing.
dude's beard boiled everywhere. You know.
Sweet. That's awesome. We'll say hi to Cody. It's good to meet you. Maybe, probably good chance that we'll see you in there. We're in there every other week on a Friday or a Saturday.
Yep. Come on, boil. Now it's getting a little aggressive.
Calm.
I know, right?
Calm.
Don't want the aggressive boil. There we go. Nice roller.
Okay, 3.5 minutes. I'm actually going to try and get this on time. That ain't rolling, dude. That's roiling.
Did you put your orange in there?
No, it's 5. It's 8.
You said 3.5 minutes.
No, 3 minutes and 21 seconds until 5.
Okay. Come on.
Come on, man.
And then it gets too soft, and it's like,
You gotta find the balance.
never get
Balance.
stabilized.
You never did martial arts, did you?
I was like 10. I tried taekwondo, but I never did it. You know.
Yeah, it wouldn't help you in this anyways, but it's just it's a comment.
Oh.
It's totally not even related.
See, that's what I like right there. But
Yep.
it's gonna soften them too much, I bet.
Or the wind will kick up or something. Or the wind will die down.
Maybe I need a better heat source.
We need a brew studio. I have a basement. We should.
Okay, we say this every time. For 2 years, we've been saying this, and nothing has changed, man. You know what the definition of insanity is?
Why you gotta be so mean and hurtful?
I'm not. Are we? I mean,
You know-
come on. Look at the reality. Are we ever going to finish your basement to become a brew studio? Is it ever going to happen? No, it's not. So we should just move on.
I don't like your dose of reality that you're feeding me here, dude.
Let's just move on, man.
We're
It's
gonna do
not
great
happening.
things, man. Let me live in my little dream world
All right.
where
Need a beer.
I do need a beer. I also need to look at this. 6 minutes 54 seconds. So I got a minute and 54 seconds.
Yes, a brewing studio, Brudio would be awesome if it could become a reality. But
You hurt my feelings.
no, I didn't.
I'm gonna cry on camera. I'm a sensitive guy.
No, you're not.
So I am. All right, maybe I cried at Mulan.
Mulan.
Actually, I don't think I cried at Mulan. I don't cry at movies.
The Disney movie.
Yes, very good. It is a Disney movie.
that.
Well done, Steve.
I have kids too, you know.
I know, but I actually watch these movies. You walk by and watch your kids watching the movies. I sit down and it's like, I gotta watch
That's
this.
not 100% true. I've sat and watched movies with them before.
Did you sit and watch movies with your kids for the purpose of spending time with your children?
Actually, yeah, because they wanted to watch a movie.
That's great. I sit and watch movies because I want to watch that movie.
Oh no. For me, it was to be with my children because they wanted to watch a movie, and it happened to be
Which is
something-
absolutely
something the children would watch. You know.
absolutely honorable. That is absolutely honorable. That's great.
I mean, in some cases, the
Like-
movie. I know what you're saying. In some cases, the movie was like, oh, I actually do want to see that. You know.
Well, some are good. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse were actually good.
Okay.
I like both of them. I mean, those were enjoyable at the adult level. Yeah, you kind of got to be a comic book guy. Did we float the keg, or you just not have faith?
No, I'm just gonna change. Oh, you want one of those instead?
No, man. Let's go ahead and go with the IPA all days. That'll be fine by me. Oh, I'm actually gonna get it on time, Steve. I have 4 seconds.
Woo!
4, 2, 1. Add the stuff.
No, what we need to do if we're really gonna do a Brudio, we need to rent a place out,
See, and that.
and which sucks because it costs money, but we would need to rent some kind of space somewhere that we could use.
All right. Say goodbye to Amy.
Bye, Amy.
Goodbye, Amy. Thank you very much they subscribed. You are awesome. That's cool. Tell your friends and pop by every other week. And we start at 3:30-ish.
Right.
Very, very heavy on the ish. Take care of yourself. Say hi to Cody for us. Awesome. Very cool that you dropped by. Nice.
All right. Is it as I hear? No, I've actually put some thought into that about, a brewing studio, which. But I think the best way to do that would be to if it was look at that again. Sorry, now my boil is weak again. Would be to rent a space out somewhere, or buy a space. I don't know if you can do that, but buy some other space. It's not your house, not my house, because then we would have full control over everything, and we would be able to set it up and
Yeah. No laundry room. Like in my case, well, both of us. The laundry room is where we
Right.
brew.
We wouldn't have, I mean, not that it's a problem, but it's just we wouldn't have wives saying goodbye because they're gonna go do something, or kids crossing by.
Right.
There wouldn't be a distraction, and we would be able to set up cameras in different angles and and things
Right.
like that as well.
But the problem is
It costs money.
yeah, it does cost money, and that's not a wise investment unless we're really gonna do this.
Right.
We
We would need to be making money off of this to make that cost worthwhile.
or at least have like a 1-year plan.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying,
I
it's
know.
like we are really going to dedicate ourselves to making this channel very cool.
Right.
Finish the recording of the album so that we're still going to do that, but I'm talking like really grind down. It's like, what are you doing Friday? I'm D&Ding. No, you're recording music. What are
Right.
you doing Friday? Well, I was going to go do this. No, you're not. You're recording music too.
We need to record.
I don't have as many commitments as you. That's why I was like,
Well, I mean, Friday is my only real commitment.
I know. I was just using that as an example of a commitment that you might give up. What are you doing Sunday morning? Right? Well, I'm going to church. No, you're doing this because we're committed. We're going to make this channel fly.
Right.
We're going to get rid of the ridiculous faux pas, hi, honey, the ridiculous people swearing off camera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, because that's happened.
Yeah, a few times. I mean, and it's all funny, right? Because we send ourselves as tongue-in-cheek, the most professional broadcast this side of the Columbia. But the thing is like we might maybe not the most professional broadcast this side of the Columbia, but at least a professional broadcast. And if we were willing to do that, yeah, let's rent a space.
Yeah.
But short of that, man, and even then, it might be a year. I mean, come on, how many people are trying to be influencers?
I don't know.
Hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
I would never consider us influencers, even if it was more of a successful channel.
We influenced Amy to subscribe. That's influencing.
That's true. I guess so.
We are
but
influencers.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like influencer fits with our age group, man.
No, you're right. YouTube personality.
I hear influencer, I think of 20-something on TikTok.
Yes.
Who has 1 million followers because they have big boobs or something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Highly attractive, young female type deal.
That's what I envision when I hear the word influencer, because that wasn't a word when we were 20-somethings.
That's what I
Not in the same
envision, too.
context,
But they're still YouTubers. So like Rick Beato, you wouldn't call him
No, he's
influencer.
no, he's a
But he's a
YouTuber
YouTuber for sure.
personality. You know?
Okay. Point being, how many people have wanted to be YouTube
Oh,
personalities?
lots of people because they see it as a way to make money. You know.
Right. And
You know.
the reality is, most of them aren't. And the ones who are so incredibly stupid. Like Mr. Beast. I mean, that dude is a waste of brain matter. I've watched about 2.5% of one of his videos. And I turned it off. It's like, this is dumb.
Yeah, but you know what? He's got the clicks, man.
He does. That is a real sad statement of
it's just
humanity.
like, no, it's like, wow. Some of his videos that pop up, like in the feed, 157 million views. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
And it's something dumb like last one to take their hand off the plane gets, or something like that.
Right. Or I paid a real assassin to kill me. It's like, no, you didn't, because if you did, you'd be dead.
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't watch the video, but I saw it in the feed. I was like, get out of here,
Yeah. All right. That's a timer, man. We'll let that sit for just a minute.
But his target audience isn't people like us.
No,
his
it's
target
not.
audience is like young kids, probably even kids, and then younger people, in his age demographic.
It makes me sad, dude. I need the rest of my hops. Like right now.
Like right now.
It is 0 minute, right? Everything goes in at 0. So
All at once, man. I toss them at you, but it's probably like
land in there.
Land in there.
It's
Oh,
like,
your
oh,
hops are in.
and plastic. This is the plastic beer.
Man, I still can't get a stable boil.
The whole episode, Steve trying to get a stable boil.
It's like a nuclear reactor, just constantly adjusting, Oh, too hot. Oh, not enough.
Nectaron, which sounds like a transformer.
It does. I am Nectaron, and when it's not in robot form, it's like a orange or something.
That's a
Or
beer.
peach.
It's a beer.
It's a beer.
Come on, we're brewing beer.
I know.
Okay, maybe it's a peach.
I hear the word nectar. I think peach.
I just think it's hops, therefore it's a beer. Citra, which we like Citra. Citra hops are good.
Yeah.
And finally, Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Which, of course, if you speak Spanish, loses all the romance. Yellow by morning, up from San Antonio.
That's funny.
Which, I mean, if you really took it to the next level, yellow by morning, up from St. Tony. Boy, I destroyed that song, didn't I? So how long do I let it sit in there?
It stays in there and
But like, is
now
like
start cooling.
straight to chilling?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, to you, the viewer, thank you very much for being here. We had a great time. We are out of here because we've got to do stuff now. Back, forth, running stuff.
Yeah.
So, as
Really
always,
busy.
relax.
Don't worry.
Have a home brew. We will talk to you
All
later.
right. See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Another silly part.
Maybe in 2 weeks I'll get my boil stabilized.
That's never gonna happen.